I feel good now. Talk how you want to talk now. It's like, no, I need to combine this with the other one. I need to refresh anyways. Some new people gotta come. I feel safe now. I feel safe now. I feel safe.
I don't know why.
After yesterday, man, I feel safe.
I don't know why.
After yesterday, man, I was scared, man.
Your box is backwards too.
Oh yeah, that too. I hate that I be doing that. No, let me see. I got that. Yeah, man, I am, and that's something that I hate that I be doing that. No, let me see. I got that. Yeah, man, I am, and that's something that I don't want to sit in, but I could talk about it again. See, I got that. Yeah, man, I am, and that's something that I don't want to sit in, but I could talk about it again because I was so mad yesterday, man. Man, I am, and that's something that I don't want to sit in, but I could talk about it again because I was so mad yesterday, man. Literally, when I was about to shut off, I left and came back, and then all I heard was Gabe. Literally, when I was about to shut off, I left and came back, and then all I heard was Gabe had community guidelines, and then my whole video went to trash. I like all that preaching I did for nothing. Who else I'm
That's
missing?
your boy.
My whole video went to trash. I like all that preaching I did for nothing. Who else I'm
That's
missing?
your boy.
No,
Nah,
truth
he
to
didn't
be
even do
told,
nothing,
he
did
didn't
he?
do
He
nothing.
didn't
This
do
is
that. That's why I'm saying that's
literally,
scary. That is scary.
he has literally took some time away from this app, literally. He ain't
Oh,
been
I
on
know.
here in a cool minute to
I know.
reevaluate himself. You know, he ain't
Oh,
been
I
on
know.
here in a cool minute to
I know.
reevaluate himself. You know, I've been chatting with him off the line of just
Yeah,
reevaluating.
I
Like
just talking.
you gotta choose himself. You know, I've been chatting with him off the line of just
Yeah,
reevaluating.
I
Like
just talking.
you gotta choose your battles. Stop going in and thinking you just defending somebody.
Yeah,
Waiting
I
like
just talking.
you gotta choose your battles. Stop going in and thinking you just defending somebody when they ain't asking for your help. So he's been kind of trying to, you know, change who he is. And he ain't said shit. He was just sitting there. He's been kind of trying to, you know, change who he is. And he ain't said shit. He was just sitting there. Boom.
That's crazy. That's what I'm saying.
Literally,
That
we
truck is
were sitting
scary.
waiting on Kev to come back. Ain't nobody said a word. And boom.
That's crazy. That's what I'm saying.
Literally,
That
we
truck is
were sitting
scary.
waiting on Kev to come back. Ain't nobody said a word. And boom, they just said, I just said the boy
There's
just
some
came
people
in
that
the
don't,
box. He
and they
ain't
don't like
said,
them.
ain't nobody said a word. And boom, they just said, I just said the boy
There's
just
some
came
people
in
that
the
don't,
box. He
and they
ain't
don't like
said
them.
nothing,
Wow.
and that don't make no sense. Because whatever
Mm,
issue you have, don't keep banning this. Well, if you got an issue, you ain't got to stand here if you see him in nothing,
wow.
and that don't make no sense. Because whatever
Mm,
issue you have, don't keep banning this. Well, if you got an issue, you ain't got to stand here if you see him in here.
Yep.
It's ignorant. That's ignorancy.
yeah,
If you don't
I
like
agree.
him, you got an issue. You ain't got to stand here if you see him in here.
Yep.
It's ignorant. That's ignorancy.
Yeah,
If you don't
I
like
agree.
him, you ain't got to be in here when he in here.
Yep.
It's ignorant. That's ignorancy.
Yeah,
If you don't
I
like
agree.
him, you ain't got to be in here when he in here. When he gone, you
Yep.
can come back.
Right. Or you can just ignore.
What just happened? What just happened? Everybody still here? This thing said critical. I don't know what happened. I'm looking at the screen. You can now receive. Guess what the freak just happened?
For
Like,
me, I'm
what happened?
Something new every time. I guess. I think I said stress too
Well,
many
I have
times.
heard other. I have been in other lives. They've been saying that TikTok was been acting crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I don't know. I just think that there's a part there's at some point in your life you've got to stop doing silly stuff, and you
Yeah.
just got to walk away. Some things just aren't worth the
your
battle.
time.
Some
It
things
ain't
just
worth your
aren't
time.
worth the conversation. Like it's just
Right.
not worth it. You know what I'm saying?
You're right.
I think the
So
word stress is
If
just so
anything, you just gotta.
overgeneralized. Like if you think about it, stress is really like kind of like you said, J Love, like worry, like not to worry, but it's like a overwhelmed. I'm overwhelmed.
Yeah. All that is
Or a
really
situation,
everybody
and,
does that.
and it
I
could be
don't
a
get how that's
situation
not
at hand,
possible.
and you don't
It's weird.
understand how to get out of that situation.
Like people don't worry. It's just people. We had times we worried
Well,
before.
I
We
think
might have
I
grew from
think
it.
some people just live in a life where nothing bothers them. That it
No,
just literally
Really?
probably
nothing.
now.
No. I think people have lived a life where that nothing has ever bothered them. I know people like that.
I would never believe that.
I was about to
Yeah, I
say
know
that's
people.
weird. That's
I would,
weird.
I
It
would,
it
That's a
might
that's
be
just my
weird because
personal
it's
view.
an
Is I would never believe that because everybody has been in something that has one
everybody
point
have, even
in their
kids.
life
You
have
I
had to be a
stressed
kid at
them.
one point. I
no.
Even
don't think it was a
children.
stress free
You
kid.
got you got to think.
I can only say that for a newborn.
Some people don't ever experience
Until they don't get
life
that
the
bottle,
way
I bet you they stress over that.
a lot of people don't experience life the same way. Some people
True
literally one
indeed,
more
but
day.
there is something in your life that has one or another have
There
stressed
are
you.
some people that I know people that literally nothing bothers them. They
Yeah, they
don't
condition
stress.
themselves. Yeah, they condition
No,
Because
themselves
you
to
they
that
don't
don't.
though. But I
accept
don't think
it.
they started off
They've
like that.
grown to that.
I'm
They've grown
telling
Yeah,
to
you,
that.
no, I know people that have never ever allowed anything from these are people that I know from young that have never allowed anything. They've always been people that go, it is what it is, and they move on. Like they just don't
Yeah,
ever let it bother them and get
I would
mad.
never believe that.
No,
I'm
it
sorry.
ain't
well, that's what
me.
I'm saying. I can't believe that. No,
I
that's
would never
No,
crazy.
believe that. But in to
what I'm
each his
saying
That's
own
wild.
in how a person
it's not,
portrays themselves. Because if you want to push something down like that and just say nothing ever bothered you, I find that hard to believe.
That's impossible.
that
I'm sorry.
it's
That
but
comes
Maybe
with
they
it's
just
not.
handle it different.
fullness.
It's
That's
absolutely not
different.
impossible. That's the thing. That's the thing
That's
about
different.
I think that's the thing with people. We have these ideas that everybody goes through something or the same things or they deal with stuff. Some people just don't let things bother them. Some people get so bothered by things that they're angered all the time.
See
So
the
just like you have people that walk around angry all the time, you have people that literally don't care. And
See
they've
the
been that
fact
way
that you said
all
don't
their
let
lives.
bother, don't let bother. That's something that they condition themselves to, but it don't mean they didn't get bothered by it.
Exactly.
They just don't let them get bothered. You know what I'm saying? That don't
Kev,
mean they
what
didn't
I'm
get bothered.
saying to you,
They've made a
Kev,
choice
I'm
to not
saying
allow
to
it to
you,
affect them.
I'm
Yes,
saying
effective.
to you, there are people in this world that don't ever get stressed. We can sit up and say that everybody has stress, but I'm telling you, there are people that never
It just
get
all depends on how
stressed.
that stress
There
is
are
portrayed.
people
If you
that
choose to say
literally
I
walk
don't
this
care,
life
that's still a
that
stress. How can you not care
no,
about something?
no,
I can stress
because when
picking
I know,
something up. That's part of
let me tell
stress. You
you
know what I'm saying?
something.
Stress is
Let me
part
tell
of
you
life,
something.
literally.
There,
That's part of
Literally.
but
life. When
it's
you
not
work,
part of everybody's life.
when
That's like saying that all women are bad women. That's like saying all black people are bad people. That's not true.
oh,
It
you know,
may
I'm gonna
not
take it
be.
back. I'm gonna say it is natural now. Now that I thought I had more time to think about it, that most definitely natural now. Now I think about it though. How about if have you ever went to work and you just was about to be late on something or something like that? Have you ever stressed on that? You know what I'm saying? Dang, I might not make it to work today or
Everybody
something
has
like that.
you've been stressed in one shape or
Oh,
fashion in your
everybody,
life.
no, everybody.
Oh
never gonna
yeah,
Somewhere.
believe that. I'm gonna never
and
I
believe
could
it.
never
And
I
I'm gonna
could
have to
never
put my
well,
10
hold
toes
that.
on that one because that's impossible. It's no way.
It's
It's
okay,
something
impossible.
you
and
can
that's
handle it different
perfectly
ways, but I don't
fine.
mean you didn't stress. That's the difference.
That's perfect. It's perfectly fine for you to believe what you want to believe. But I know people that don't stress. They never stress. It's not in their nature. They have such a positive outlook on life that they never let it take them to that point. I know people like that
I have a
right
hell of
now
a
to this
positive
day.
letter, but I would not lie to not a single soul and say that I haven't come to a point where something
Do
has
they
just
smoke?
really
Do they
stressed me
smoke
out.
and drink and all that stuff?
It's something
Nope,
in my life that might have stressed me out.
they
May have
don't.
been working, I'm running
These are
late
people that
on some
grew up.
documentation,
This is
or
a
I got
person.
some. It's something.
This is the person that grew up in church, and their full belief
Oh,
lies.
furthermore, they definitely were stressing.
They have a different belief.
Yeah.
Their belief
Mm-mm.
in Christ is way different than than anybody's I've ever seen. They 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 are truly that person that when I tell you it's all about that, that's their revert. to everything. Well, the Lord's gonna handle it. Well, the Lord's gonna handle it. They just don't
All I'm
stress.
saying, J
You
Love,
got me
they
on
may not
that.
have stressed in certain details, but everybody is stressed somewhere, shape, or fashion or form
If you say
in
so.
some
How,
things.
It's what
so
I
If
In
you
see.
some
you
saying
say
you
things,
so.
and
have you had a
I
kid? You
guess,
seen a
I
kid
I'm
not
guess
stressed
going to
before?
say,
I'm gonna leave
and
this one
I'm
alone
going to
because we
say
we gonna agree
that
to
I
disagree.
believe that a person can live in this life and not have stress. I believe that 100%.
They if okay, they can continue to live without stress, but they had stress before. That's one thing. Like you can't
I
tell a
can
kid
say
not to
that
stress.
if a person tells me kids are the less stressed people in the world. Children don't know
Wait till
hate.
they don't get that. Wait till they don't get that candy they want or something. They be spoiled sometimes. You can't teach a kid to not. You got to teach a kid to not be spoiled. You know what I'm saying?
No, you don't.
Okay.
Spoiling is taught. You don't teach a child not to be spoiled. You teach a child to be
So you
spoiled.
never told your kid no, like nah, don't touch that. You're not gonna buy this or something like that. They never threw a fit. They never threw a fit.
My kids, of course, they threw tantrums, but that doesn't mean they were stressed. A tantrum doesn't mean stress. Mad doesn't mean stress. Anger doesn't mean stress. Those things don't equate stress.
What's the etymology? What's the word? What does stress mean? Look that definition up.
Right.
Oh yeah, I like that. Let's go to that then.
I think you can have. I mean, I get what you're saying about the strong belief in God, but understand
Any type of change
if
of
they're
physical.
taking it to God, that means they feel like they can't handle it. Now, if you want to call it stress, then okay, I can feel you on that, or
Oh,
not. But that's what that
okay.
is. That's gonna be your
Stress.
belief.
Yeah. So right, I don't know about that, but stress can define as any type of change that causes physical, emotional, or psychological strain. Stress is your body response to anything that requires
I
attention
was
or
just getting ready to
action.
say that. I looked it up myself.
Everyone
Everybody
experiences
on this
stress to
planet has
some
stress.
degree. The way you respond to stress, however, makes a big difference to your overall well-being. So as I say, if somebody expresses it a different way, that don't mean they're not stressing. They just don't stress in a certain condition that they're supposed. I mean, that everybody else do. You know what I'm saying? Just like I'm trying to condition myself to not get stressed or handle stress in a different type of way. I look at stuff a different way or whatever. But that don't
Okay,
mean I'm not
Okay.
stressing. I don't stress and stuff because that's like unhumanly possible. I don't know about that. That's weird.
Okay. Okay.
this what can I share a story real quick?
What's that?
I remember one time. This was a few years ago. I went to the doctor because I don't remember. I don't know if it was I wasn't feeling well, and my blood pressure was kind of high. And I told the doctor, she said, "Well, have you had some recent stress lately, or what's going on?" And I started naming things that were going on that mentally I was thinking it wasn't stressing me, but when I voiced all the things that was going on in my life, just everyday stuff, she's like, "That's a lot you got going on." You know what I mean? We don't. A lot of times we don't think of it as being stressful because it's our everyday living. It's the everyday things that we go through every day. So it's not like technically we might not consider it stress. But if you tell somebody about what's going on in your everyday life, they may look at you and be like, "Dang, how you still, going? How you still standing?" You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
I think it could be a yes and no.
Mm.
It's just according to how you respond
Yeah,
to it.
your body gonna tell you otherwise. You can say all
Yeah,
in your mind what you not, but
exactly.
if your
And
body
that was my point to that too. Yeah,
exactly, that's why I see it out of that. I just tricked my brain and said I ain't doing it, but my chest telling me something, my blood pressure telling me something else. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can tell what it want, but we can't. We can't. And it said that it said physical response, emotional response, and mental response. Them are the three things. So if you got all three of those in check, that's some special powers. I'm gonna put it that way. That's some powers for real.
because I know one of those people that J Love speak of, and
Yeah.
they went to the doctor for back pain, and
Mm,
that's where they said it was coming from.
mm,
Stress,
mm.
stress. So even though she got this positive outlook and this amen, praise the Lord every day, it came out in other ways. You know what I'm saying? So
It's,
it can
yeah,
go either way.
yeah. That's the way, and that's why I said it's actually there for you to grow from. Really, like to condition yourself a better way of to not be in that certain situation and stuff. It's just different levels to it. That's all it is. But once you adjust your mind and condition yourself, you know what I'm saying? That's how I'm trying to adjust myself to think about stuff in a better way and, not stress so much on stuff I used to stress highly about, you know what I'm saying? Just laugh about it now or switch it over or just, try to avoid situations that might cause me that. I don't put myself in certain positions to even put me in that position, you know what I'm saying? So it's like different ways you could try to avoid it, you know what I'm saying? It's no different from like temptations and stuff. You like that's part of human, you know what I'm saying? We get tempted by many, many things, you know what I'm saying? But you gotta sometimes try to avoid situations sometimes. That's interesting. That's interesting, maybe. Everybody got quiet on me?
Well, yeah, because if you've never been stressed before, you wouldn't know how to respond to stress. So even if
I
you
like
respond
that one. I
in a
like that
positive
one.
manner, you've experienced it before.
I like that.
That's
I
what
like that.
you're
I
seeing.
ain't never thought about that. That was a golden one. I liked it, that one. That was gold right there. I want to pin that one somewhere. Right, exactly. Because that make a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense. Because how you gonna respond to something that you don't know? That's crazy. That's wild. Hmm, that's nice.
What's up, AJ? Well, lovely
AJ
people,
is.
I'm gonna hop off of here because I am super duper tired and I got a
Uh oh.
long day tomorrow.
Oh yeah, it's
So
Friday tomorrow, man. Let's get it going. It's Friday.
no,
Get your wine
I got
together. If you come in my lab, let's get the wine together and stuff. I might sip and stuff. It's like
not wine,
that's what I was
wine,
right. Not wine.
not
We ain't gonna do
wine.
that no more.
Cooler.
We seen the outcome from the last time. We gonna pass.
Cooler. Right. Oh yeah, my boy Hermiga and what you call it. I love that,
Oh
man. I
yeah,
felt comfortable, man. I felt like I was around family and stuff. That was lovely, man. I ain't had to preach that
yeah,
day or nothing. We were just chilling. That felt good. That felt good. I'm gonna
yeah.
stop calling people TikTok. I'm gonna start calling them family.
Lord have mercy. No, I got a long day tomorrow.
Oh,
Lord
okay.
have mercy. My day starts at 5 o'clock
Oh
tomorrow.
my. Oh my.
Yeah, on a Friday. So
Lord have
I'm gonna
mercy.
go ahead.
All right.
Yep,
She got some stuff going. You be
I
good.
do. But I will hit y'all up. Maybe I'll see y'all on tomorrow
All right,
evening.
for
Yeah, and
sure.
stay on out of that Cheryl's live. Stay on out that woman
Oh
live.
no, I don't.
Don't calm your
I've
stress.
already. No,
I
I'm
guess I gotta be
absolutely
the
not
last
I
one to
stressed.
get a
highly,
taste of
I
her.
can say this, lovely. I highly doubt that she stressed her. It's just the fact that you tried it, and I had to give you a little bit. I could have gave you more, but you're not worth it. That's what she did.
No,
Yeah.
Cheryl
That's
ain't worth me
exactly what J Love did.
flexing
She
none of
wasn't
my.
worth her
Yeah,
time.
she ain't worth me flexing because see this is what
Exactly.
people don't understand. When I flex, it's going. I'm gonna have you somewhere in the corner sucking your thumb.
Oh, I
And
thought you
what
were about to
the
say
hell
something. I
you
was
think?
like, whoa, community guidelines
Oh,
don't say
oh,
that. Sucking
I'm gonna
what?
have
Who
you
know?
somewhere in the
I'm glad
corner.
I restarted alive.
Yeah, I'm gonna have you somewhere in the corner sucking your thumb, rethinking your thoughts.
She
Like,
the main one asked me why I gotta restart it. She gonna end it like that.
yeah.
It's like-
Oh yeah. I will set your soul ablaze. I will have you in the corner somewhere thinking about uh your next step. You talking about stress? Hmm. I'll drive you to it because I'm that good. But no, she ain't worth me even
I was
taking it
about to
to that
say, yeah,
level.
J Love, you the bigger person, man. She the one going through the trauma problems and stuff. So
It
whatever,
really
you
is.
just
That's why I let her do it all by herself. I don't have
just
to
let
come
her.
to your
Oh
live.
Yeah,
yeah.
that's why I said I
Everything.
ain't got
Oh
nothing.
yeah.
Me myself, I ain't got nothing against her. I haven't experienced it yet, and I haven't unfriended her or nothing either. Though it's just what I'm
But
saying.
see, that's
She
me
she
being
respect my
friendly
life,
people.
so
I'm not gonna unfriend her because at the end of the day, I want to see you. Because see, what I know is you'll destroy yourself faster than I will. So
yeah.
Facts.
it is what it is. You know what I'm
I
saying?
want to see her
It
do
ain't-
better though. I'm a different person. I'm too kind, but I do want to see her do. I
She
want to
has
see
to
everybody
want to
do
do
better,
better.
man. I
It's
want to.
nothing what you seeing. She gotta want to do better.
I know. I'm
You
just
can
saying
see
that's the
all
reason why
day
I'm
long.
not. I'm not
He
because
don't want
I
to do
wouldn't
it.
wish nobody. No, I'm just saying. Wish I was actually doing the opposite of what J Love was saying. She said I'll let her eat herself up. I was like, man, I just want to see her do better. So I'm like, whatever. Like whatever happened, it's
But
gonna
see,
happen.
a
You know what
person
I'm saying?
like that
In
can't do
order to
better
get
because
it, you got to do it to yourself. You got to
Yeah,
do it
when
to
you're
right.
yourself to
trying
get
I
it.
feel you.
to when you're trying to get approval from everybody, and you're trying to be like everybody, and
You
you're not
lose.
being your true self, you can't cuss somebody out in one breath and then turn around and go, "I'm doing the mirror work." What, girl? Go somewhere and sit down and
Yeah,
rest your nerves. But I mean, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I don't have
yeah.
no ill will towards, but she can't say nothing to me. Like you can't get me on that apology tour. Don't talk to me. I'm
I
good with
feel
that.
you on that. I feel you on that.
But
That's
But
her
anyway,
like I
all
comeback.
right,
said,
y'all.
J Love, you
That's
the
her
bigger
comeback.
person
She'll
at the end of the day.
apologize
You the
and do it
bigger
uh,
person.
again.
So
So
oh
I
no,
have to let go.
listen. At some point in my life, being the bigger person is not always the option. Sometimes I
Exactly.
just gotta let it be what it's gonna be
exactly.
because you gonna apologize. I'm gonna accept. Then you gonna do something else stupid, and then we're gonna I ain't got time for that. I done seen you do it too many times. Nope.
Facts. That's why I
So
left her alone. No ill will.
yep,
No love
not
lost. Just
not
going to do your
not a
thing.
slice
And
of
that's
it. Don't she's a non-factor for me to carry ill will, so it don't matter.
mhm.
So anyway, but y'all have a good night.
You
Kit Kats.
too.
All right, for sure, J Love.
Uh-huh.
Good night,
Kit
Mama.
Kats or Snickers? Kit Kats. Come in the
Snickers.
box. Come in the box, man. I ain't seen you in a while, AJ, man.
I gotta drop down. I got another appointment in about 8 minutes, so I'm gonna
All
drop
right, for
down.
sure.
Always
All right, for sure. I'll be on tomorrow if I
Hey,
don't see
AJ.
you then. I'll be on way
AJ in the
longer.
building.
AJ is in the building.
Let's look. See.
Hey, hey, what's up?
How you feeling?
I'm alright. I'm alright. How y'all
I
doing?
see you start seeing my content now. Now you know who I am now around here. Saying I'm talking
Yeah, I
about.
know. I can't get away from you. I can't get away from your big head self all over my FYP.
Oh yeah, man.
I'm just
I,
kidding.
I appreciate, man. I appreciate all the engagements and stuff, and I feel even better when I see my own people's. I'm like, oh sweet. At least I know I'm doing something.
Oh
Just trying
yeah.
to get out for real, man.
No, it's good. Whatever you're doing is working. That's why I'm
thank,
like, damn.
thank you.
Keep pushing it. Keep pushing
Oh yeah,
it.
man. I'm trying to go strong this year for sure, man. I gotta not be lazy. I gotta keep pushing, man, for real. So I feel like I got it in me, man.
You got it.
I'm letting God, keep that energy in me, man. As much energy I got, I'm gonna keep it pushing.
AJ, thank you for the
Always.
other night because I almost flipped a nutty.
Mhm.
Not the nutty.
Mhm. Got you. That was. That was uncalled for. That was
Yeah.
completely uncalled
Every
for.
time y'all
But
not in
I
my
got
live, stuff be going down. What the heck? That's always some news. Oh my,
you. Yeah, you
that's
ain't gotta thank
crazy.
me for that.
It's scary in these
But
TikTok streets. I'm
Crazy
glad I'm on my
part.
own
The
stuff.
crazy part is this individual has followed me every day, every live I go in. He's there. They are there. Let me correct it.
Dang.
They them are there
Mm,
everywhere I go.
you got a fan.
mm-mm.
I'm like, wait a minute, what is
Not a
really
fan
going
she
on here?
needs. Not a fan she needs. That person, and I've seen that person move before. That person is just they just miserable. Really is what it is, and
Yeah.
they just out trying to get anybody. Like at that point,
Oh,
like they'll lose interest. I ain't tripping about it, but I will make sure that if I'm in a live and you in a live and they want to get stupid, they just gonna exit left and we just gonna keep it moving.
Honestly,
yeah, I like about AJ. She a diffuser though. She be making it
A
happen though.
little bit of me is I am the diffuser. I was
Yeah, you are.
confused. I'm literally the person who was the peacekeeper. So I was confused. Like, did you
You,
just blindside me right now? If I
yeah,
mute, anybody knows when I mute is because I don't understand. So let me be quiet.
yeah. You know we all fall
yeah.
short sometimes, man. We all need each other. I feel you on
So
that.
I'm gonna be quiet, but I guess me mute was causing a confrontation for him. And I was just like, what is the issue? This is going
Basic
to go
troll
left.
stuff. That's a basic troll stuff.
You know,
That's all it
What
was.
my
these past couple weeks
see where Niche went? I ain't
on
seen Niche
TikTok
all
has
day.
been the worst that I've ever seen it.
It really has, because I'm like, dang, this is
I don't know what
crazy.
something in the air. Every time I turn around, I scroll. 'Cause I'm a scroll.
Oh,
I go to
we got
certain
a full.
people's lives with that I feel like having decent content, and every once in a while I go to the BS. But
Toxics. Go ahead and say it, toxics.
yeah, but
Side.
for the most part, it don't matter where I go. It's always something, or
Yeah.
I'll catch the end of something. But it's been a couple times this week where I've been in it. I mean, it's been men arguing with men arguing with women, and it's just
Yeah.
our people. Whew, is
Sound
all I
right,
can say.
man.
I've had to
Well,
remind a few folks this week. Class is cheap. It's real cheap. It ain't that hard to be classy. Like, come on now. Keep it classy. Keep it respectful.
It's been
At
off
the
the
end of
chain.
the day, it ain't that serious. Hit that X button if you don't want to be there. Like, you know what I
I've been,
mean?
wa-
Or scroll or do. Don't be out
I've
here.
been, yeah. I've been meaning to see was it a full moon or something coming. I mean I don't know.
There
something
is.
going on.
Yeah, there's a full moon that's gonna be coming soon. I think it's like either the first or the second.
Okay, because
Yeah. And
oh,
it's the new year.
If I'm not
It's the
mistaken, I
new
think it's the
year.
second of February that we're
The
supposed
second,
to
right?
get a full moon.
Mhm.
Because
mm,
I feel like at this
Yeah.
point, it's reckless out here.
Well, it's a mixture. It's a mixture of the full moon, but then it also like New Year's just happened, and everybody gets that New Year's like New Year, new me, and everybody want to act like they got balls all of a sudden.
Yeah, that's when they mouth running instead.
mm.
Because everybody has like good intentions, but then you have the ones that actually follow through and the ones that are just all talk.
They like,
Right
hold
now,
up,
they're
wait,
just
it
like,
actually take change? Oh my gosh, I didn't know that.
I
I
know,
just
right?
like
Crazy
saying
concept. You actually gotta apply stuff. What?
it. They, why I can't find Nisha? I'm trying to see her, bring her in here. I know
But
she be need to
it's
see
all.
my what is her name? I can't find her name on her.
Nisha,
Mm. Yeah, I haven't seen Nisha in a while. I see her in lives, like in the
Oh, let me
comments,
type
but
it
I
in.
like.
And
she actually in alive right now, so you gotta hope that she gonna come because she actually in alive.
nope, she coming here. Nope. Oh,
No,
still a poet. That's her name. Still a poet. That's what.
she's still under Nisha too.
Cheat
So
on
send
my
it to both.
live.
That's the backup.
Tonic, you in the building? My boy Tonic in here, man. Man, no, we had this one funny night. I got that live still here. It was me, Tonic, Cosmo, and OC in here. We had a funny night. That one was funny than the mud.
Mm, I don't know. I've been for the most part, like when I'm not like seeing what everybody else is up to. Rest of the lives I've been in have been chill. Like I'm in
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, I'm in a lot of music lives, and then like there's a lot of poetry and stuff, like
Yeah,
spoken word poetry stuff that I'm checking out. It
I
be
be
hitting
hanging out
deep.
over there too. Some good shit over
yeah,
there.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I'm always over there. It's like, hey, I think they're doing one on 31st. It's supposed to be a spoken word one that I'm excited for or whatnot. I think they're doing that one in Austin. I just went to the last one last week. So I was like, let's go. This is dope. It makes me want to start writing poetry again. I like I hadn't done that in years. Years.
Years.
I
Yes.
I Kilo's live when he just be playing
Ooh,
clarinet song.
AJ, I'd like to hear some poetry you write. That'd be cool. That's
Oh yeah.
dope.
It, oh yeah, I know she
Totally.
gonna be sweet with it.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah. I be coming with
Why,
I don't know, I
AJ?
would
Why you do
feel
you do content? You should do motivational stuff, man, cause you got some good stuff.
She really do.
I've been,
Cause
I've
she
been
was
thinking
actually
about
the
it.
first person I could. Well, I'm gonna say that I had besides Alter Ego, but she was like one of the first one I really connected with on my first time meeting her and stuff. I like, dang, you
Mhm.
think like this and stuff. I kind of think like this and all that stuff. I'm like, man, she should be a motivational speaker or something.
Yeah,
And
I'd
she
be
got
tapped
a
in. I'd be like, get out of my head, AJ. Ain't nobody told you to be in my head. Why you in my head?
right, exactly,
She
exactly. It
be
be.
literally on it like, damn, I was just getting ready to
I
say
mean,
that. Get
we
out of
got
my
some
head.
stuff we might disagree on, but still, most of the time we on the same page on a lot of stuff. So
Yeah, but
ain't
I
nobody. I
always
don't
feel
think
like
nobody on this earth got anybody that agree with every dang on thing though. So You know what I'm
No,
saying?
but I wouldn't want somebody who agrees with everything
Yeah,
that
that'd be
about me. You know
weird.
what I mean? Like
How
I
do
need
you
you to
grow?
not agree with
How do
everything,
you
because
grow?
that's then we ain't gonna get
I'm
nowhere.
fine. Like, because if that's the case, I'll just sit in a room and talk to myself. Like, I'm agreeing with
Right.
myself all day.
I just thought about that. I need some money because I'm the
You need
one
some money.
introduced AJ to everybody. I thought about that,
Oh
right?
wow.
So
Yeah, this
anybody that
shit.
got
You
good words from her, it's
your
like
your
no
your
stuff.
your swipe was declined.
I
Mm-hmm.
remember because I was bragging about her a lot too. I was like, "Dog, wait till my friend AJ come here." That's because she was barely coming on here like that at first. She came. I seen her like once, and then like 2 weeks later, I seen her again. So I guess whatever. And as soon as she popped out, like, "Hey y'all, everybody gotta follow her, man. She can." You know what I'm saying? So I was like, "Nah," because I wasn't used to like people that's on the same page as me. That's the thing. I
I
was like,
followed her the
"Wow,
first day she came in here
yeah."
because I like what she said.
Ah, here go Hobo. She had to remember. I'm glad
I
Yeah.
that
like
live
what
went
she
away too at the
said, and
same
I
time.
forgot
I'll
all
follow
about
her
it.
And you
if you
said
got
it
a great
wrong.
mind.
I forgot Mimi was in here too. It's lady legs, not pretty legs.
That's funny.
How about
Yeah,
you
no, I
coming
remember
in?
the first
I
time.
wanted her to come in the box, but I don't. She gonna talk junk, and I can't take two hobos in the building or two AJs. No, I
You
could take
just
one
hate us.
AJ. I could take one AJ, but not the other AJ. Not the one that's in
You
the.
hate us, you ain't us. That's all. You wish you could have that hobo beyond. He
Hey,
just
honey.
mad because we cooler than a fan.
my mad, my bad. I'll get it right next time. Right, it ain't pretty. They're lady.
Oh shit.
That's cute.
Did y'all? Hey, hold up.
No,
Did y'all get all that stuff out y'all system yesterday? You and Niche, and you know what I'm talking
What's
about.
the
I-
what's the
Nothing. So you don't remember last night? Y'all had to leave my live. Y'all was on
Oh
sweat mode.
no, because I mean when it comes to just sniping people for when we're sitting here quiet, I'm gonna have to roll. I don't know what's going on, and they sniped Gabe real quick, and I'm like, dang, I want
Oh
nobody
no,
just
I
sitting
was
there.
talking about.
He
I thought
just
y'all
got
left.
here.
I thought
Oh,
y'all
you talking
left
about
because
Touche?
yeah, right. Yeah, I was like, dang, it's too
I
much water.
said
I was wondering where the river noise was coming from. I'm like, everybody heard like three rivers going up at one time. I'm like, what's going on?
I'm just
Let me
saying
go let them do
the
their
thirst
thing real
traps was
quick.
popping. I was
I
like,
went
oh, we
downstairs
out
and
here
start
really
working out.
throwing these thirst traps.
I had to work out. I'm like, let me go let that waterfall go while I do my thing real quick.
I was like, Lord, y'all out here with these real life thirst traps. Got me caught real quick. Oh shit, let me get out of here.
Mhm.
Let me go and buy my damn business.
Where's
Nah, but
that guy?
I never looked at his profile. He's just a cool dude, period.
Yeah, he cool for sure. That was another dude I said was cool. Except that one time I seen him get into it with Soso. I'm like, what the heck? I ain't never seen that side of him.
Mhm.
She can
I'm like,
bring it
you're a
out of you
competitor.
sometimes. She could
I
definitely
feel you.
bring it out of you. She can
Yeah.
bring it out
Not
sometimes.
many people
Like, hey,
understand her.
tread slow, girl.
I got good connections with her too. I actually talk to her on the phone sometimes. She cool though. She just got a different way of thinking though. She got a different way of thinking.
Big facts.
I wouldn't really hang with no person I feel like this that'd be a problem for real. Uh, so far that I can see, you know what I'm saying. I wouldn't talk to nobody for real. And I know everybody got their own ways of thinking in here. That's the whole point of this live. You know what I'm saying. Everybody got their own way of thinking. Of course, everybody not gonna agree with each other, but it's just
But at some point, you got to have a level of maturity and realize that
most
maybe the way
different.
you're thinking may not match with somebody else who may be in a panel. That don't
Yeah,
mean you got to get disrespectful though. Like,
exactly.
I
I
think
feel
some people just don't realize is you got to have that sympathy and empathy.
yeah,
you.
No
but
one
you,
is saying that you to cater to their feelings, but be considerate of others.
yeah, but
It's
you
okay
also,
to be direct, but be considerate of others. Don't not and void something somebody may have been through and put it that way because then it becomes a problem.
that part,
You're entitled to your feelings and how you view things, but definitely take your time to really pay attention to what you're saying because what you're saying could affect someone and it could do some really damaging.
that part. That's why, like, it's
So that
always,
would be the only thing that I would suggest to her. Other than that, I think she cool.
yeah, she cool. I ain't got a problem.
I don't have no issues with her. I'll follow
Who
her.
we talking about?
I don't really got issues with really anybody. Like
Me
really,
neither. I don't got nobody that
No,
get to
I
but
me
that's
cut
like
you off
that.
faster
just
than you will realize it. You'll know when you see less
yeah,
of me. You'll know that you got cut off. I
that
don't
part.
have to
Yeah.
do. I don't gotta slander you out here. I ain't gotta talk about you. I ain't gotta do none of that. I just dial it back. You once you
Um,
show me
I feel
you,
like
I'ma
that
hear you.
guy. I feel like that guy that y'all be messing with, cause I noticed he didn't want to have a problem with her first, and ever since he said
What
something
guy?
about her, everybody started not liking her. I
What
noticed
guy?
that. That
What guy you talking
chef
about?
dude. That chef
Oh
dude.
no, I see. I'm very much like J Love. You got. I gotta see you.
yeah.
I gotta see you. And once you show me you, then it is what it is. I'm not gonna convince
So
somebody
what?
else who
What? What
you
have
is.
she done
You just
back?
gotta. I
I ain't
gotta
never
see
knew
you.
she was
She ain't
that
done
type. What?
nothing to me. I don't feel like.
Like I'll
Oh,
put
I just her compassion in certain things and sometimes being a devil advocate do bother me. But other than that, I feel she a cool person.
I ain't got no problem.
I ain't got no problem
hmm.
with her.
I think for me, like the way I like to put it, right? Are there people on this app that if you talk to them, they'll tell you I am the worst person on the planet? Absolutely. Are there people on this app that can tell you I'm the best person ever? Yes, believe them both. There's a reason why. If I'm
Right.
Right.
in your if I'm the villain in your narrative, there's a reason.
Yeah.
You brought that up. Like
Yep.
that's really what it is. I
That's
don't
what J
expect
Love say
people.
too.
Yeah, like I don't expect people. Like people are always gonna come tell me, hey, don't mess with this person, don't mess with that person. Fine, whatever. Like that's between you and them. Ain't got nothing to do with me. Because for
Exactly.
all
That's how I.
I don't know all the details. I don't know the details of why that person's being that way with you. So until they show me otherwise, I ain't gonna deal with it. I'm just gonna do it.
I'm rocking with you until you show me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what
that
I'm
part.
doing right now. Cause everybody keep telling me about old girl that been the topic of the last couple of weeks and stuff. But I never ran into her with no problem. She always respect my live and stuff. She cool. She actually subscribed to me some weeks ago and stuff. She always be telling me how she just be actually. She actually helped encourage me to try a little stronger and stuff. Cause she be coming in here. She say her input. She try to
Hmm.
respect my life, but I've seen her
And I
do the
noticed
switch up,
something
which I
that you
believe she
have to
can
see
switch.
for
I've been
yourself.
catching her doing that. I catch her every now and then, but it's just like she's just stuck in the middle because she trying to be a fair thinker. I noticed that about her, but that fair thinking, she respond to it a way that she shouldn't be doing it. That's what's messing her up and stuff. And she like she kind of responded to it in a like she trying to. It's weird. And I can understand why people like, dang, she's a snake and she's a and all this stuff or whatever. But she going about it the wrong way. Cause like I'm a fair thinker. That's the reason why I say I can
She just
understand her.
needs
Cause
to
I'm a
learn
fair
to
thinker.
not
Cause some
play both
stuff,
sides. She's
huh?
acting like high school. She needs to learn to not play both sides. If you
That
are
Yeah,
finding how you see things and where you move, then you stand on it. You don't pick or choose a side because when you start picking and choosing, the heat gonna always come back to you.
but that but
You
yeah.
that's
don't
also
pick or
the same
choose.
thing. Like there's one thing if you're a neutral thinker, right? I'm a neutral. Like
Neutral.
I'm a person when it comes to most. I'm a neutral, but I don't play both sides, right? Like
Yeah.
for if you and
But some
Empress got
people take
it,
neutral thinkers as playing both sides
I'm not.
sometimes.
No.
I
It's
don't
the way
choose a
you go
side.
about it. It's the way you go about it, right? So,
It's
like,
the
if
way
I
you
were to
go about it.
use, say, Empress for an example, if y'all got into it, I'm not gonna run to you, say something in your ear, and then run to Empress and say something in her ear.
Yeah, I feel you on
I'm
that.
just gonna be like, look, y'all just had a disagreement, and we just gonna keep it moving. I ain't even gonna put myself in the position. But now,
Because
if old
at the
girl's
end of
putting
the day,
herself
you
in
never
that
know if
position,
that person gonna be back talking, and then it's gonna turn around and be on you. So it's best to just
exactly.
not be involved in it at all.
I just don't
Y'all
take.
will figure it out, and when you do, I'm gonna
Yep,
still be the same way I was when you figured it out.
exactly. Look, y'all both had a disagreement. You're gonna figure it out. I might bounce. I'll see y'all later. That's it. But I'm not gonna play both sides. But if you're playing both sides, that's a problem.
Yeah,
And
right
that's
about
what J
that.
Love was saying. Is 1 minute she was down until it came to where others made her feel like she should switch the sides. You can't do that. Stick where you stand. Don't involve. For me on my platform, I'm not gonna let nobody come in bashing either or side. You got to get out of here with it.
Mm, that
Go
part.
go heal.
Yeah.
That's my famous words. Go heal. Go heal yourself.
Go heal for real.
That part.
Hey
If you
everyone.
that angry at the
What's the deal,
situation you
Septic in the
you
building?
chose, you can't take that on everybody else. You can't put that on every other woman if it's something you chose to do.
I'm every woman.
It's all in
There you
me.
go. Go ahead, do
You
it. Do
know?
it. Go ahead. Right, right. That's all the lyrics. You said it perfect too. That was sweet. I ain't know them
Thank
lyrics
you.
either.
Hey, Mark.
Hey,
What's
Mark.
the deal? Mark is in the building.
Oh my gosh. I am elevated as fuck right now.
Mm.
Oh, you got the eyeballs like that.
And you're talking about somebody and you're not saying the name. And I just feel like I'm just very lost right now.
I'm trying to read Kev's talking point, but all TikTok put everything in the way, so I'm only seeing
Yeah,
Stress
like a
I
is
was
couple.
meant
look.
to
I was just
come
looking at that
and
now
go.
too
It's
on my
your
stuff. I'm on
choice
my
to sit
backup.
in it.
Came in.
That's what it says.
It says what?
Stress is meant to come and go. It's your choice to sit in it.
Okay,
Perfect.
like that.
Yep. How you feel about that though?
Hi, Tanisha.
I got 19 minutes left. I did my
Oh,
preaching early. I had to end
Some
it my other
time.
live real quick because I'm scared. I wanted to save that one. I ain't gonna end too many of them like that, but I just wanted to get that one out.
hey, Tranisha. Um, I mean, I think you're right. I mean, the stress is definitely not meant.
Hey, Tanisha.
I don't think stress is ever meant to be permanent, but a lot of people get stuck in it. But then I also believe a lot of people like to block their own blessings and then blame everybody else for it. Like, so,
Mm,
I mean,
like
not
right.
only
you said, you
that,
gotta.
but some
To
people are
Mary in
blocking
the
people to learn their
building. I gotta
lesson.
hit her with that. I forgot it. I forgot. I got you, to Mary. Welcome, welcome.
What was that? Empress?
I know
Sorry.
everybody. I just actually met her through y'all. I think.
Mm-hmm.
I think I met her through y'all.
That's the bestie. One of the besties.
Yeah, I see y'all in her live a lot. Yep. You know, she got to be cool. People's if y'all cool with her, you know.
Yeah, because I definitely met her through Honey, so
Yeah, I
she
met
cool.
her
I'm
through.
cool with
Yeah,
her.
yep. That's what it
I'm
was,
definitely
honey.
cool with her. I've had the opportunity to really get to know her, and I like her. She cool.
Hmm.
Yeah, but I can drop down if you want.
Nah, I don't think nobody hopping in the box. I don't
Nah,
think. No, ain't nobody
we
in
getting to
there.
know you today.
Hold up, let me get my backup trying to get in here. So yeah, I gotta take your spot. My
And
backup
it's
trying to
like
get in here.
without your backup, and the
Oh.
fact you lied to your backup is ridiculous.
Say that.
Well, in regards to the question,
Somebody got the stove about to go. I know that noise.
Hey, I'm preparing dinner, multitasking around here.
that's what I was doing too.
Let me
Uh,
Mm.
borrow a plate, man. Let's see what that tastes like.
I have a question. When you're really hungry, what's the first thing that comes to your mind when you're like, I want to get full right now?
Oh, that depends on my mood. Really depends on what my
Chili
stomach
dog,
wants.
mhm.
corned
My
beef,
stomach often wants cheeseburgers.
cheeseburgers. Mm.
Sometimes, I mean, sometimes it's
Cheeseburgers.
cheeseburger, sometimes it's pizza, sometimes it's lasagna, sometimes it's fried chicken, sometimes it's soul food. It just depends on whatever my stomach wants.
Yeah, I got a weird palate. Sometimes I'll be like shrimp. All right, pork chops. No, today I want chicken. No, or
That's
sometimes
good.
I want lettuce.
Island
Whatever.
Queen is in the
Like
building.
right now, I want a strawberry milkshake
Oh,
and a cheeseburger and like a slice of pepperoni pizza, you know?
That sound all good
I don't know,
until you
now
get it.
just
You be
some
like,
thoughts.
I missed her.
Chick-fil-A has these the lemon frosty. Oh my god, it is.
Oh my gosh.
Now I don't even like Chick-fil-A, but I go there for their frosties.
I mean, Chick-fil-A,
I'm just for the fries. That's it.
I'll eat their waffle fries. That's
I
probably
just
better.
got
That's
one
about
built
all
near
I'm
me.
there for is the French fries.
You
I
have
just tried it out for the first time last week. Chick Fil A.
That's
tried the frosty, the lemon frosty. I forgot what they call it, something else. But it's like a frosty, but it's like lemonade flavor. Oh my
Yes,
god.
it is. It is bomb. That I'll give them to.
That's what she said.
like if I want chicken, I'm going to Popeyes
They said
all
that was
day.
better though. That's what my dad was trying to debate. I said the other one is different
Popeyes.
though, the Chick Fil A, but I do like the Popeye one. It's bigger and stuff.
No, man, Popeyes just got. It's just I don't know. I feel like it's seasoned better.
It
Yeah,
is.
Like
Yeah.
I feel you.
I go to Chick-fil-A, like I the food to me has no taste.
It
Yeah,
don't.
It's
much for
texture. And oh, okay. But when you go to Popeyes, you get them like spicy chicken, some red beans with rice, them
Mm.
dry
some green.
biscuits. And like, see,
Girl, don't get me
all
started. I better turn my dinner off and then run around the corner. But them beans and
I
rice
heard
be
that. Heard
hitting.
that stove trying to turn off. Like, you know what? Forget this.
fuck this.
Them
I'm
red
saying
beans and
it's
rice go.
all
Yeah,
Oh yeah, I do
day.
like Popeyes though. They got some good chicken though, all
You
around.
gotta have
Good chicken, the chicken
speed, folks.
sandwich,
I still
Speed.
never tried a
fries.
Popeyes chicken sandwich. I've still
You
never
didn't?
tried. I have not.
I I've never had it.
No,
I've
that
never had a
thing been
Popeye.
hyped
I
up for the
can't get the
longest.
hype. I'm funny like
Huh.
that. If everybody's
Actually,
doing it, I don't want to do it.
I guess I can say the same thing because I just tried out Chick-fil-A, even though it was never around me. That's probably why I ain't tried though. But I just tried Chick-fil-A for the first time last week, what I was mentioning before. So I guess yeah, because it could have, I could have not, I could have been like, I ain't eat Chick-fil-A, but I
Well,
just did
how
it.
I stumbled upon Chick-fil-A was they actually had it for my nephew's birthday a couple years ago. But I had a friend who brought it one night and he told me you got to taste this. And that daggone frosted lemonade, oh my goodness. I was hooked after that. I would just go there just for the frost that lemonade. It was awesome. As you can
That's
see, I'm
truly
a
what I
cook.
go there for is the frosty and them fries. I don't want your sandwich. You
That's
ain't
it.
got enough seasoning on it. And I didn't understand the hype. Y'all didn't hype this up and y'all got me over here to spend all this money for this. I'm mad.
That part.
Right.
That part.
I am mad.
That part. That's where I was at. I was like, nah, I ain't doing all that. Y'all doing too much.
And I don't know, here
Um,
where I stay, they have ridiculous lines to even buy the stuff.
that too.
And it's like, do I really want to do this? But I really want a frosty.
I just can't justify spending that much money on something that I can't taste.
Mm,
Like, really,
That's why it
like
became my last visit. You got
I'm
me
gonna try it
spending
that's
all
one
what
this
more
money for
time,
this
man. It
sandwich.
can't be that bad. Everybody keep going there. I'm gonna try it again.
it's. Look,
I'm talking.
look, look. Okay,
Like,
here's. I'm not paying that much money for food to have
You
to
right.
put sauce for it to taste better. Like, nah.
That's what it is. The sauce.
Yeah, I guess it's the
I gotta try the
sauce.
sauce then. That's what I gotta do. I'm gonna try it then.
But like, here's the thing, right? If then charge for the sauce. Don't charge me for your lame sandwiches and your lame wraps and everything else if I gotta put sauce on it.
Is it the hot one you eat? The hot chicken sandwich?
Yeah, I like hot stuff.
yeah.
I feel you. I feel you on that. I feel you. Yes, the service is phenomenal.
But Marie, it's I get anxiety when I see a long line. I don't care how fast it moves.
That's what she said.
No, I will agree with her on that. The service is great, but I'm
Yeah.
mad that your service is great and your food is bad. I don't appreciate
Oh,
it. So am I
That's
paying for
bold.
the service more than I'm paying for the food?
yeah, because when
Basic.
we hangry, I don't care how
How
good the
much is the
service is.
sandwich by
It's
itself?
Like
yeah,
just
that's
about a little bit over $10.
like a
What
little
the?
over
That's
10.
why my bill was so high. Oh,
Yeah.
that makes
I
sense.
think
Dang, it shouldn't have told me that price. I don't think I want to order there for a while now. I just bought it because that was my first time being there. Me, I was gonna give
Also,
me and my dad or something.
also, a member of the LGBTQ cannot say their service is phenomenal with me. Majority of the time. Just saying.
Wait,
yeah, I was
what?
gonna say I've never eaten there because of the controversy surrounding them and where they donate money. So I don't really care about their service. It's more of like a political thing for me to not eat there.
But I will, however, eat the ish out of some Popeyes though, like all day.
Not the
What
ish.
what's
Well, I'm just
controversy
so much.
with them? I never heard that.
Their controversy. So they don't typically they have reserved service to like people in the LGBTQ and they've
Oh,
treated
cause they ain't they
on that.
Muslim or something?
No,
What type of
I think
religion is
they're Mormon. I think.
Mormon? Okay,
Hmm.
like that's
Hey,
why they close on
look,
Sunday.
yeah, look. I need my greasy chicken. Okay, let me have my greasy chicken.
So that mean you gotta go up there, wear a dress, get what they eat, and then leave back out and take the dress off, something like that,
Mm-mm.
to get their service. Cause how would they know? That's what I wonder.
Well, like they'll a lot of the time, like obviously, like there's no way that you would have known unless I was like, oh yeah, I told you. But it
Yeah,
was a
right.
lot based on what I was wearing,
Oh,
right?
okay.
Or like if I went there with like one of my very flamboyant gay guy friends that they have like refused us both service.
I
Wow.
feel you.
Or just like crap. So I was just like, yeah, I don't really fucks with y'all like that. So
Mm.
we'll just go to the drive-through. If I do, like, if you guys like on the way somewhere, I'll get your fries. I don't even really want nothing else, just your fries, and then I'll drive off. What does it?
Let somebody tunnel vision me again. Hi to you too,
Yeah, they
and I'm
used to.
everyone. Yeah, right. Good one. Yeah. He- My name is everyone.
Uh,
But
yeah, Marie. Yeah,
yeah, that's crazy. That's some new stuff. I've never heard that one though. That's some new stuff for real.
they've been doing that for years.
I mean, I guess it
Years.
makes sense. They super religious. They don't open on Sundays, and so I
Yeah,
guess that
I feel like
makes sense. So.
yeah, yeah. Like, and I get the whole like any business has the right to refuse service, which is fine or whatever. You just ain't gonna get a whole lot of my business. Plus, you wouldn't have got my business regardless because your food tastes like air. So I want to taste what I'm eating. I need seasoning. Okay, I need seasonings.
Seasoning.
Seasoning.
Mm-hmm. I feel you.
Some,
That part,
some
seasonings,
I need
Ning. I like how you right. You
like a
feel
whole
it.
lot of them.
not like some salt and pepper. Like I need some seasonings in my chicken.
I don't want to tag everybody, but you tag Empress the first person you came in. I'm not playing that. Come on, man. We know you did the tunnel vision move. A lot of us did that move before. We go in there for the person we came in for and tag them. You know what I'm saying? I don't
You
want to hear
can't.
the excuses.
I
This
mean,
ain't the live for excuses right here. Now I don't play
you
them
can't
excuses.
send any
Just say
Hey,
yes.
that's my girl. Don't be doing her.
There
Don't
you
you do
go.
it.
That was my homie too. I added her a long time ago, but somehow my name is everybody. Couldn't even say the host name first.
Like,
It's cool. It's alright. It's alright. It's alright. I forgive and forget. You know what I'm
I'm
saying? I
feeling
can
a
forget
little.
that.
I'm feeling a little jealousy, and it be coming off of
Hey,
out
hey, you
out
know
of
what I'm
that bottle.
saying?
What's going on,
All
sir?
hosts feel that. I think all hosts feel that way when the person do the tunnel vision and come in there for the person they only going for can't say hi to. No, no, quit it, Ed. I don't want to see the king and all that stuff. I'm a human anyways. I don't want to see all that.
Hey yo,
Hey,
everybody.
Cat Star. Hey, Cat Star. How you
Hey
feeling
yo,
today?
everybody. Everybody tap the screen. Let's see how fast we can get to 4K. All right?
Hey, yes,
All
yes.
right?
Before I go to bed, I know everybody. She said I'm notorious for that. Yeah, a lot of people do that. All of us did. I did it before. That's why I be laughing about it. So that's why I be getting on people about it because I do it too sometimes. I try to keep myself. I try to at least make sure I say something to the. Even if I don't say the host, I might say host if I don't know them. You know what I'm saying? I just say host, hey host, or something like that. Then I go to the person I was intentionally going looking for, like, yeah, what's that deal? Sapphic in there, and you know what I'm saying? Then went past everybody else. You know what I'm saying? I knew why I clicked in there.
the
You know
whole
what I'm
thing
saying?
is that sometimes people be in a box and they walk away from their phone, so I don't want to say hi, and then like they don't see me, so I'll
Ah,
just be like,
nah,
"What's up, y'all?" And then when people start tagging me, I'll be like, "Hey,
I, s-
what's
I
what's
swear
good?"
I did that 3 times already. To actually it was from to Black Jesus. I said, "What up, though?" I'm hitting him with the Detroit slang because he from my city and stuff. I'm like, "What up, though?" He just don't see it. I'm like,
Why
"No,
you
I'm over
always
here
got to bring
talking to
that man
myself."
up? Why you always got to bring that man up, Kev? Why?
Because it burns. Because it burns.
It
It
really
burns
do
people. I like
burn.
it.
It
I like it.
really burns me.
I like it.
And I
I
mean, I
like it.
did real good because I wanted to get him every subject he hit. I was like, I'm in Kev's live. Keep remember, Empress, you in Kev's live. Don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. Just let him talk.
Yes. When you're on, he's a hard pill to swallow, man. That's
Now
all it
that's not a
is.
pill. That's not even a pill anybody
But
should swallow. If anything, he
no,
needs to
people do
swallow it
need to
first.
swallow it. People do need to
No,
swallow it. Yes,
that's
they
just a person
do.
who's hurt.
Cause
You got to get
he
get
do out of
past that shit
everybody, he
first.
do it the best way. He ain't no black guru or nothing. You know what I'm saying? He do it the best way he can possibly do it. But he can't help who
You
feelings he
only
hurt.
saying that because he from Detroit.
No, I never knew he was in Detroit before that. I was a fan of him way before that. Anybody that know how to, well, I ain't gonna talk about that. We're gonna start some stuff, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
But
we
Meanwhile,
gonna
like I
start some
said,
shit.
we ain't got
He's
time for the
toxic.
college stuff.
He's toxic. I'm sorry. I just got to keep it real.
that part.
Hmm.
How?
For
Okay, let's
me,
talk
it's
about this then. How is he toxic?
if you're going to be out here and you're saying that you're helping the community, make sure that you sit and you make sure you do the work you need to do for you first before you come here, so your dialogue and all of your energy is at a good source and not at a negative source. Because overall, the object of all of this is to heal our community, not
Hmm.
to pick and choose when you want to bash something. So for me, when I do any of my lives, I let it be known from the beginning. Don't come in here with the man bashing or the woman bashing. If we're gonna have a
So,
conversation, then we're gonna have a full conversation dialogue.
what has he
Keep in
said
mind,
to
you
bash?
can't take what's bad that's happened to you because you ain't been with all. So stop addressing a whole and say some, because
So,
you're addressing as
is
a
it?
whole.
It's weird. So, what? Give me an example of what he bashed. What he bashed about? What is the bashing?
When you could take
I
and
gotta see
fix
this.
your mouth to just specifically bash black women because of your experience
What would he say?
is a problem. That's a
So I
problem.
never heard
You
him
can
actually
get on
bash. He just
here.
speak facts about certain situations, and people can't
You
get
can't
hurt about
speak
it.
you can't
So
speak
what's
facts on
bashing?
something if you ain't been through it.
I
That's
gotta
my
do the
whole thing.
same thing
So
I
how
did
can you
today. Yo,
say?
what's your definition of bashing? What did he say that was bashing?
My whole thing, Kev, you really want to go there? Because
Yes, I want to ask that
we're
question
finna
because
take these numbers up, and then next thing I know,
no,
he's
I'm
there.
about to go to bed in a
You
minute. I
know
just want
that
to know
you
what he
know the
say because y'all
problem
saying a lot of
is
stuff
for a
about a
person
guy that I
who,
have not
my
seen.
issue is
Bash.
I tears this man up 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, but you follow me. Why?
I'm trying to see what he say is bashing. What's bashing?
Because when I go in there, I correct him. Don't take what you've been through
What
and
has
make
he
it a
been through? Everybody
whole.
swear everybody hurt and
He
stuff. I
tells
don't
what he's
get
been
that.
through and what he's been through with his first wife and how he
He
felt
got a
she did
girl.
this. You're not
He got a
listening, Kev.
girl.
You
He got
gotta
a
listen.
family.
Listen,
He's
sir.
smooth.
Linda, 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 Linda,
Kid.
Linda, listen. You can't take what you've been through and address it as a whole. You can't come up here and say what you've been through with your wife and make it a whole. You chose it as she chose you. So you take accountability for your actions and leave the rest for her to do on her own. If she chooses not to correct her, that's not an issue for you. Long as you do the work for you. Heal first so you don't have to come up here looking the way you do. So he'll take certain scenarios. Well, see, because women do, but you did the same thing. So address it as a whole. Don't single out either side. Address it as a
I
whole.
think the problem is women is have not been accountable for anything nowadays from
That's
ever since I was
bullshit.
born and
We
stuff, and then
that's
now
the
they finally get
problem.
accountable for something.
That
It's a
right there,
problem.
what you just did.
That's not a true.
Yes, because that's facts.
That's
That's facts.
ridiculous
Ever since
because
I no,
that's not
that is facts, and
facts.
then people don't like to
That's
hear the
not
truth. They don't
facts.
like to hear the
That's
truth. Yes,
not
it
facts,
is.
Kev. We
Because
are
it's been like that ever
always
since I
held
was a little kid.
accountable,
It's
Kev.
been like that since I was a little kid. We used to talk
No,
about
we have
blame the man,
always been
blame
held
the man. We've
accountable.
been
We
doing
have
that forever.
always been the ones that's attacked. We have always. So it don't
No,
matter
y'all
which way
haven't.
we
Y'all
go.
no,
Wait a
no,
minute.
no,
Wait,
y'all
wait, wait. Whoa,
haven't.
whoa, whoa,
No, y'all
whoa.
haven't. Y'all get the
Everything
water
y'all have complained about. Oh,
the world
educate
coddles.
yourself.
The world coddles the women.
Step
What
your
you
game
talking
up.
about?
Stop talking to us this way. We've done all that and you still complain. Now we making too
The
much
world
money. Now we
coddles
too
women. What do you
independent.
mean? I
What's
don't
the
get how you
issue?
saying this.
I don't get how you saying this, Kev.
Because they wanna protect their feelings. So I've never heard a woman
Homo,
get
please come
bashed
up
by
since
the
you got a
world.
theory because Kev will rock and ride to the new tooth and nail because that's a man's aspect. I expect
But
that
I'm
from
telling you
you.
what, I don't get how you.
I
It's like
can't
you
say we're
don't
not
see
being
what's
held
going on in this
accountable.
world. That's weird. It's been going on since all
Well,
of us was
Kev,
born.
let's
It's
do
been like
this.
that.
Let's
But
do this. Then tell me where we're not held accountable. Why we've never been held accountable. Give
Because
me
the
your
world don't do that. The
definition.
world don't even hold y'all accountable. If y'all too
Give me
big, they gonna
your
be like, love
definition.
your
We're not
curves.
talking about the
If
world,
they no
Kev.
no,
We're
I'm
not
mentioning a
talking
bunch
about
of stuff.
everybody else. You just give us your definition
If
of
you
why
pick the
we have
wrong
not
guy,
been
they gonna be
held
like, no,
accountable.
you're strong and independent and all that. They always coddled a woman since I was a little kid. Now the first time that they
I
address
don't want you to
bad
tell
behaviors
me,
about a
Kev.
woman, now it's called bashing.
I don't
hold
want
up.
you to tell me what you hear in the street. I want you to tell me how you see it.
I'm
Not what
telling you what I
everybody
seen.
else
This is
is
what I grew
saying.
up to. All of us grew
No,
up today.
you. But I want you to tell me not what you've heard others say, and I
Hold
want you to tell me where you got your
I'm
narrative
telling
from.
you what
Now take out what everybody else said and tell me where you came with that conclusion.
where have I came from the conclusion.
Your conclusion, not what everybody else is out here saying. Your conclusion.
Walk in the world. Look at TV. Look at
So you're
magazines.
still
Look at
basing your
everything.
narrative off of what you see.
Okay,
Have you
hold
lived
up,
it?
So
I'm asking
hold up.
you. I'm
there's no
not
way
asking you what
possible we could
everyone
be
else
blinded like
sees.
this. This is no way possible. This is
It's
not
not that
even
people.
just a me visual. We see that. We
Okay,
know
AJ,
this.
Hold up.
am I not saying it correctly? Because
No, no,
I'm
no.
asking you to
I
give
don't
me
think
this
it's not.
narrative from your walk, not the world,
Why would
not
I
what
So,
say that?
you've
Because if I
seen,
say my walk,
what
you'd be
you've
like, oh, that's
heard.
because you're hurt or something like that. Because it always seems that
How
as
can
soon as
I
a
say
man
that
mentions something
if
like
you
that, that
telling
means
me
they're hurt.
I
But
can't say
when
that
somebody
because you
observes
telling
it,
me
they're just
how you
observing. That's
feel?
all it is. Why
I'm
do
hold
it
up,
hurt?
asking you to
Why
tell
do
me how you feel that
hold up,
makes you have this statement.
I just
hold up,
told you that? I'm telling you that I'm open. I see what's going on in the world, and that's
and I
it's not
asked
how
you
I
to give
feel.
me
It's
the
what I
view of
see
me.
and what I know.
Okay, hold up.
I've been in this world for 30-some years. I've been seeing this going on forever.
Now, I'm not gonna sit there and say that, Kev.
Hmm.
I'm not gonna say that I don't understand where you get that perception. I see it. I've heard those same things, but on the back end is what we're talking about. You don't know the back end of that. The back end, yeah, perception. It may seem that, oh yeah, we end up with a bad dude. Oh, we just need to be strong. That's not how the reality of it is, right? If you are a big girl, you are going to get shit. If you are a skinny girl, you are going to get shit. We are constantly pitted up
By
against
each
each other.
other, but not the a man
Just
That's
can't do
listen
that because we
first,
get
Kev.
banned.
Just
hold up.
listen. Just
Let
listen.
me let me.
Let me mute
We
so
are
that way she got the flow.
we are pitted against each other, not just by women. We have been pitted against each other also by other men, and it has been like that our whole lives. So there's always going to be stuff on the back end that y'all are not always going to understand. Just like there's stuff on the back end as a woman, I'm not going to understand for from the concept of a man. Does that make sense? So we're trying to argue something when neither one of us knows what's on the back end. That's all I'm simply
Facts.
point out.
That's all I'm
There are
trying to say.
the back end of that that
Whatever.
y'all
We
are
can
not
live
seeing.
this.
That's it. That's it. I'm not
If
saying you
that's what
wrong.
make you feel better, I mean, like I said, whatever. Like I said, I've been observant about a lot of
But
stuff. I'm not gonna speak on something I haven't been observed about.
not
You can
saying. But I'm not.
observe it, but have you
But it
walked it?
is what it is. It's like I don't. It whatever. That's
I'm
what
not saying.
y'all. If y'all don't see what's going on in this world, I guess that is
I
what it
can
is. You know what
clearly
I'm saying?
see, but I'm not going to go off of someone
No,
else's
because that's
story,
just weird. And
or
I've
I'm not going to
seen
go
how
off
it
of a
went. And
narrative, and I'm not going
ever
to bash
since a
either
person like
or
Kevin
side.
Samuels came out,
I don't
I'm
care about
not.
we
Kevin
don't.
Samuels. I don't care about Marty. I
Even
don't
the
I'm
care about
internet,
none of them.
even the
What I'm
internet,
telling
they
you
got a thing called
is that I
okay.
have to see for
Hold up.
unalive
myself,
all
and I'm
men.
not going
Nobody
to
said
say
nothing
it's
about that. They
Hold
all.
got
up.
I'm not
stuff
going to
where
address it as a
they
whole.
Hold
got
up.
too much
Hold up.
stuff and nobody has never addressed it.
Okay.
But now, as soon as somebody
Okay.
talk about a woman, it's a
But
big problem. Like that's
but
so
at,
crazy.
Well,
Now
but
everybody
let's
want
be
to open their
honest.
mouth now. Everybody,
Let's
everybody
but
be
want to
honest,
open their
Kev.
mouth.
If we're going to be honest right now, his whole
it's
platform
on both
originally
sides.
started about bashing men. He got no ratings. He flipped it up and
Exactly.
went on women, and he
Because it
got
was normal.
ratings.
It's normal to bash men, or what they call it, bashing man, or something like that. But I don't think it's
No,
bashing.
he
It's
didn't
just
get what he
making
wanted
men aware
because
that what they're
no, a
doing is no
man
good.
didn't agree. A man didn't agree where he was saying
Okay.
men were wrong. They didn't agree. So, but they could agree when it's on us. That doesn't make any sense. Make it make
It,
sense.
it does, but it doesn't.
So,
But at the
so to tell a woman that you don't want to see a woman on the pole and stuff, that's a bad thing. What's bashing about that?
there's
When you
okay.
tell,
Hold up.
that's no different from
Hold
telling a
up.
man that I don't want you selling dope. You know what I'm saying? That's no different from that. Like,
My
how is that
my whole
bashing?
thing. You just answered my question.
Having
Address
babies
it
out of
as
wedlock,
a
how is that
whole.
bashing?
You just answered my question.
I'm not gonna teach
What's
none of
the
my
point?
kids none of that
What's
stuff
the point
because
of
people get their
bashing
feelings
when you
hurt
should address it as a whole to come up with a
But
solution
it's
to
not.
correct it?
because they don't. Oh my
Okay.
gosh, bro,
I'm not coming out
that
of
is
place.
weird.
Okay. I'm not coming out of a place of feeling. Right. I'm coming out of a place of fact. Right. I just want to put that out there. This is not me being like in my
Right?
feelings.
Why is bringing out a problem bash? I never got that. That's
But at the
weird.
same
Well,
time, all we're trying to say is that yes, is there bashing on both sides? We can all agree to that. There's men that get
No,
bashed.
people don't know
It's
what
a
bashing
fact.
is.
It's a fact.
However,
People don't know what
however,
bashing is. That's the problem.
hold up. And if I got to get the Oxford Dictionary term for this again, I will.
Please
I
go
looked it
ahead.
up already. I did it with Danielle a while ago. Yes, I already did that. And that's actually, it got
Okay,
to be some
so let
type
me
of negative thing behind it. But when somebody's speaking about something
And
that's
it's
a
negative,
problematic
Kev,
or
from
something like that,
both
that's not
ends.
bashing.
It's negative from both ends. May male do it, may female do it. It's wrong. It's not
and that
helping our community.
So if somebody speak on something that somebody can correct, how is that bashing?
it's not
You're
okay.
missing it for some odd reason. It's like it's flying
So
past your head.
Because
okay,
you
let's
haven't
put it
told
this
me not one thing that somebody said that was bashing. You still haven't said that. Like everybody
okay.
keep
I don't
going around that
Nah,
that question when I say it.
okay.
I got it.
Okay, I'll be 100% honest with you. I don't follow either one of these people, so I don't know exactly what the hell they said. I don't
I
follow.
do.
I don't follow him. He just follows
However,
me. I don't follow him.
however,
I don't agree.
what I'm
I
trying
don't
to
agree.
point
I'm
out is
entitled to that.
what I'm pointing out is that there is bashing on both sides. We are not going to get anywhere
Facts.
as a community if we keep bashing the fuck out of each other.
We're not gonna get
And,
anywhere if we don't address the problem either. Because if people want to worry about their feelings
And
and
it's a
not take the
way.
problem
It's not
and
about a
find a
feeling.
solution
It's
to
a
it, we're not
way
gonna get
to
nowhere either.
address it.
We're not gonna get
it,
nowhere.
it's not about, okay, there's one thing when you're trying to address an issue. It's another thing when you're going out of your mouth and saying, all so and so did this. Right? Now, if I say you and I had an issue, I'm going to work on that issue. I'm not going to sit there and say, hey, I'm going to go and address every other black man on TikTok because you and I have an issue. Let's work on the issue. I'm not going to say all men are assholes and they just assume that all women are in their feelings. That's not the truth. I'm not in my feelings. Majority,
Excuse me. Woo.
most of us aren't. But there's a way about going about it. We can ask and sit there and have the debate what's bashing and what's not.
Can you get down?
Look at the Oxford fucking dictionary version of it.
Okay.
That's what it is.
So if I tell men that they need to get their money up and tell women they need to stay off the pole, where's the bashing part at? Or is that a solution?
Okay, so here's my thing.
So
You're
basically, you're saying you have a problem with that. I asked you to tell me what is your issues and not everyone else's.
About a problem with what?
What would be okay? Fine. Let's take.
Making money? That men should make money and women should stay off poles? You said that's not a problem?
But here's my thing. What's the
You're not
difference?
listening, Kev. You keep trying to find the wrong in it. You're not listening. First, you got to listen in order to get what you need. You're
You
not
never answered my
listening.
question. You
I
just asked
asked
my
you the
question with another
question you
question.
never asked. I asked you from your point of view and not what the world sees. What do
I'm
you
not telling you
feel?
what the world is. Something I seen in this world. I don't speak on nothing I
That's
don't know
what I think.
about.
You answering my question. I asked you and not what everyone else said. I'm asking you what your issue was, not everyone else's.
Because I don't want
That's
my
what I
kids. I don't
said.
want kids and the youth knowing this. This is why. That's my
Okay.
issue.
Well, didn't you?
Because
How could it be
people never
corrected
address
if
that
you don't?
problem. They keep living and then wonder why they're going through what they're going through. That's the issue.
My.
Okay.
And it's an issue when somebody want to take up for bad behaviors. That's the issue.
Who's taking up for bad behaviors? Who's
That's the
taking up for
issue.
it?
That's been
Who's
the issue.
taking up for bad behaviors? Obviously, we're talking about it. Where is the solution?
First off, somebody
Stop
got to be. You got to
addressing
be
it
You
as
got
a
to even be
whole and
responsible and
let's get
accountable
down to the
for it. That's the
narrative.
solution.
Don't
If you're
say
gonna make an
all women,
excuse,
just say
Hold
there's
up.
a
the
few.
solution is actually taking in what you hear instead of taking it in with your feelings
I have a question.
and try to avoid that
I got
happening
a
or
question.
avoid your kids going through that or avoid the next person because everybody make their mistakes. But I'm not about to make excuses for my mistakes, and I'm not
Okay.
gonna look at it as bashing because I know what I did was wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Hold up. I got a question. Okay? Let's take the whole fucking poll out of the fucking
Where do we
situation.
begin?
Okay, I want to take the poll out of the conversation. If it's just a woman working a job, do you have an issue with that? To put money and food on the table, do you have an issue with that?
I'm trying to understand what's the circumstance. What you saying? A woman working a job? What
Answer
she
the
got to do with
question.
me?
It does.
Just
It has
answer the
nothing to
question,
do.
Kev.
It has nothing to do with the circumstance. I'm asking a question. If there is a woman who is working a job to put food on the table for her or maybe her kids, whatever, just putting food on the table, do you have a problem with that?
No, no. Why would I?
Somewhere with there, so just bear with me. Okay. Now, if she's working a pole to do the exact same thing, what's the problem?
Let's do what you want. If you don't see no problem in it, then I don't know. I can't tell you.
It's not for me.
Because I don't think that quick money is good. I can say the same thing about dudes selling drugs. I wouldn't recommend nobody selling drugs either. I'm not about to justify anything I know that's detrimental for my especially my kids. I'm not gonna teach them that. Yes, you can get a pole to make some quick money. Yes, you can sell drugs. It might not hurt you, but I'm not doing it. It's like we know that it's certain stuff that we should not be teaching our kids.
Hit the brakes real quick because I'm not justifying either one. All I'm simply trying to point out is, okay, I understand you don't want kids to have to understand that, but kids are not in strip clubs. Those are grown men. They don't allow.
We can't act like it's right though because our kids are looking at that. That's my point.
So my question is you're sitting here, you're bringing up a scenario when I don't think any of the women in here are dancing on poles. I
I'm a
sure as
damn
fuck.
sure ain't.
I never said that, but I'm just saying that when somebody hear that, they wanna coddle that situation. Well, baby, you had to
She's
do
not
what you had to
coddling.
do to make your money and all that stuff. No, we're not doing that.
Who's
We're
Nope.
not doing that because
coddling it?
everybody come with an excuse for everything.
Hold up, and
That would be a two-way street, Kev. That's a two-way
let
street,
me
sir.
hit you on the back end of that though, because this is the back end that you're not seeing. Yeah, she may be out there and she may have maybe a couple friends that are saying that. Okay, and they may be saying that to her face, but you know what they're saying really behind her back? They're calling her every fucking word under the goddamn sun, everything out of her name. So she's not getting respect for that either. That's the back end that y'all men don't get. That's the part. So nobody is justifying that behavior. At the end of the day, what is the solution? Is the solution to
That's
make
all
sure
I was
we have
saying.
better jobs?
Solution is what? Let them do their thing. Let people do what they do them right.
That's
That's
not the
the solution.
solution. The
No, no,
solution is that we need to be able
to
to
figure out.
conduct better jobs so
You
that it
have to
doesn't have to
figure
go
out
to that
what is
level
the reason why.
of
What
feeling
is the
that's
reason
the only way
why?
you can make money.
So
There's
here,
other things. So
let me
when
break.
y'all think things are not being corrected, they are being corrected.
So here's the
It
thing.
can't get
But we
corrected when
can't
people
make
keep complaining
somebody.
about what's
Hold on,
being said. You can't correct
hold
Everybody
on,
something
has
when
their own choices. So if we really want to go there,
hold on.
it's going to be on both ends.
It's
It's on
choices.
both parties
of
because we have
But
course.
fellas
Of
that agree.
course.
So
Of
but at
course.
again, as we just said, what's the
so
solution?
so so what the real problem is, okay, when it comes to men selling drugs or women dancing on poles, the real issue is they're all doing it for one thing, which is money, to pay bills and put fucking food on the table or do whatever the fuck they need to. So maybe the solution is we need to have better job markets, and
Paying a
maybe the
lot more.
who are here need to start doing it, especially if we are business owners, need to start hiring within our own communities and doing things
Facts.
along those lines so these things do stop. That's the solution. The solution isn't going out there pointing out at women and saying, you guys have been coddled your whole life. Y'all just all want to dance on poles. That ain't going to do shit. Just like the solution isn't for me to
Be-
look at all men and say, all y'all want to do is sell drugs and be fucking nothing more than that.
uh,
That's not the solution. That's all we're trying to get at. That's it. Just have,
and then it's
we,
funny because you come with what
The
about both
solution needs to
sides? But
be
the other
instead
side
of
has no choice
fighting,
but to take
instead of the
accountability.
fighting,
Men has
push the
no choice
narrative
but to
where's
do
to correct it. It
too is
needs
what
to be
I'm explaining.
corrected on
Men
both
really don't
ends.
have no choice. That's the
No,
big difference.
both parties have to be held accountable.
Kev,
No,
but I
Both
but
can
men
parties are
have
held
no
accountable.
choice. That's the difference. I'm trying to tell you that men
Men
has
have
no
no
choice.
choice.
It's been like that
Men,
all my
everybody
32
on this
years.
earth
Men
has a
has no
choice.
choice.
Everyone has a choice. It's the choice is up
But
to
it probably
you and the
wouldn't be
choices
understood
you
because there's
make.
no men up here to even talk about it because
Well,
they
pull them
won't
up here. I'm
understand from a
sure there's
man's
some
point
men
of
in
view.
here.
You
I'm
won't
sure
understand
there's
from a
some
man's
men in
point of view
here.
that the world's
Pull
going
some
to
men
hold
up
us
here,
accountable if
Kev.
we don't.
Kev, there's men in here. All you got to do is invite them. Invite them.
I don't get how that's so hard to see. It's like that's why I say it's a few people that actually understand. That's why it's a few people actually understand what Black Jesus be saying, or other people that
There's
actually be
men in
saying this
here.
stuff. It's only
Invite
a
them
few people that understand them.
because the rhetoric. It's the rhetoric.
it's not saying, okay, at the end of the day, y'all are arguing something that's completely, you guys are arguing two different facts, right? First, we're talking about dancing on poles and everything else. And now we've moved
I
the
didn't even
goalpost
bring up dancing on
to,
poles. That's
I was
all
I
I
just
know,
said.
speaking
but
in
now,
general
It's got to
stuff
be
that people
more
is
than.
not getting
It's
held
got to be
accountable
more
for.
than just
but
dancing
That's
on
now
why
we've moved
poles.
the
It's got to be
goalpost
more
here
than
again.
dancing on
So the thing,
poles.
Okay,
it's
well,
it's
more than that. But
about,
that was one of the things I
That's
mentioned
why
that
hold
I
on,
women
asked
don't
you,
get held
Kev.
accountable
about
for real. You said
accountability
That's
they
why
get
I
talked
asked
about and
you
stuff,
to
but they
is
say
chose that.
how you
about
felt.
accountability. You can only hold accountability to things you know. So if you don't know what's going on the back end with women, men should not be trying to, women need to handle that. I'm sorry. That's
They
just
don't
what
do
it
that.
is.
They coddle each other. That's the
Yes.
point.
I call
Yes.
bullshit.
You do your thing,
I
girl. Do
call
your thing, girl.
bullshit.
You got to do
I
what you got to
call
do. Just like
cap.
you was about to
Yes.
say
I call
earlier, she
cap.
got to do what she got to do to
I
Yes.
make
call
that
Yes.
money,
cap.
right?
That's
I
not
Here's
what
call
I
here's
was.
the
cap
thing,
because
Kev.
if we ain't getting
Can
our
You're
job
taking
done, then
what I
therefore it would
said.
mean that men ain't getting their
You're
job done
taking what I
neither.
said out of context. You're taking what I said out of context. That's not what I
can I
said.
say something real
What
quick?
I'm saying is that we as women need to hold each other accountable just like men need to
It's
hold each
not.
other.
It's not gonna
And
Facts.
you
happen.
can't say, I'm
Yeah.
sorry, you
So no, what?
cannot say that we don't because we do. You
Okay.
just,
Can I say something real quick?
hey, Reese, sorry about that. Go
Well,
ahead. What's
Hey,
hey,
up?
hey, baby.
PQF is here. Pull him in the box. He's down there. Pull him in the
Okay.
box.
You know,
You know he not one of the people that agree with Black Jesus either and stuff. So
Well, why
whatever.
would that be the case? He's a man though.
Go
He's a
ahead.
man
Yeah.
though. He's a married man. Is that facts?
Yeah, I don't care. It don't matter. Whatever. I know the deal at the end of the day, man. I'm not gonna speak on something. Whatever. Everybody can live that type of world they want to though. But I see the problem. I've been seeing all type of
But
problems throughout my life.
that
I
we
actually
don't know.
observing of life. That's what I choose to do, man.
And what?
I
But Kev,
observe.
are
I'm a
we
heavy
shoplifting?
observer, but I'm gonna be truthful.
Yeah.
We're not gonna get anywhere if everybody keeps running around with the same attitude that you do right now. Well, I know
We
what
ain't
I
getting
know, and
nowhere.
null and void. We're
No,
gonna go nowhere.
I
Not
talk about everything. I don't just talk about one thing. Anything I find a solution for, I talk about more than just one thing. That's the difference. But it's just some people can't take certain stuff I talk a day, and that's the sad part about it. But I'm not expecting it. You know what I'm saying? If everybody got their own ways, that's what they gonna do. You know what I'm saying? But if I try to pick a different way from what been happening from the usual, I'm gonna do that because it's obvious that the other way ain't been working.
Can I say something real quick? I just have a question, Kev.
What's
Re-
up?
You said men been taking accountability for how long?
I said
Maybe I
not
missed.
taking accountability because you got to take accountability within yourself. But I'm saying the world is going to hold them accountable no matter what. You know what I'm saying? That's the difference between men and women.
So
Like we can't dance around accountability. You know what I'm saying? Because if we don't do it ourselves, the world gonna hold it. They gonna let us know. Like if we too big, they gonna call us fat. If we ain't got no job, they gonna call us broke. Or a woman ain't gonna even just accept us. You know what I'm saying? You're a broke man or something like. It's all that stuff. But no, yes, women they can be
And it's
broke.
a
Okay, it's
two
gonna be a
way.
man that they
I
gonna
don't
do
know.
this or something like that. Oh, you can be big or something like that. No, I just love your curves and all that stuff. Or they don't tell you that we all have to. We gotta work out. We gotta all this stuff we have to do. But the thing is that when you care about a person's feelings and stuff, because this world, that's what the world is based off right now and stuff is feelings over facts instead of facts over feelings. They're gonna cater to the people that's more with the feelings and stuff because that's what runs the world. That's what makes the money. You know what I'm saying? That all that stuff. So they're gonna do that. They care about people's feelings. That's why so many laws that got accepted now because all feelings and stuff. It's so much stuff. It's feelings is actually beating facts nowadays.
And that and
That's something I've been
and
observant
that is
of.
our fault. That is the woman's fault.
Huh?
That is the woman's fault. That's what you're saying.
I never said it's nobody's fault. I'm just making awareness of what's happening in this world. I ain't said it's nobody's fault.
Mm.
That's what I'm saying. I guess that's how. And you just proved the point right there. So
No,
when I
what I'm
say when
Just
people
trying to
say stuff
understand,
like
but
that,
that's
people look
because
at
we
it as
trying to
that
understand where
is it
you
our
coming
fault?
from.
And that's
We
that's a
trying to
problem right there.
understand.
Because if you ain't hear the message of what I was saying,
it's the world's view.
Hold up. Hold up.
We have your view, and the
So
men
let's do
bring.
this because Reese has been waiting. Let's go ahead
Mhm.
and hear what she has to say. Also hear what PQ got to say.
Well, I
So,
also, but go ahead, Reese. How you doing, baby?
hello. Um, I think realistically, so I keep hearing this word accountability thrown around, and how people have to hold other people accountable. Nobody can hold you accountable
no,
to
no, they can't.
anything unless you take responsibility for your own actions. The
Facts.
bottom line is, um, why are you worried about what somebody else is doing? Get your shit together. Once you get your shit together, maybe that person will have they shit together, and then y'all can come together and make some shit happen. Get so fucking tired of going around this app, and it is the same fucking argument in every single room. Men are doing this, or women are doing this, and this, that, and the third. Everybody is worried about everybody else except for their damn self. You worried about what's going on with so and so's bedroom. They worried about what's going on in so and so's bedroom. How about we all just mind our own fucking business? That sounds like a plan to me. Mind your business, heal from your trauma, work on yourself, and then we can move forward. There is no accountability without responsibility being taken. Bottom line, it don't matter who
And
argues what.
action.
It does not matter who argues what. And for somebody to say, oh well, and I'm only quoting the statement that you said a little while ago about, we'll stay off the pole and this, that, and the third. Okay, but you know what, if you're not paying her bills, mind your fucking business, because unless you contribute into that household, you ain't got no fucking say at all.
Yeah, so
So
we're
why
gonna
are you
teach our
worried
kids
about it?
that too, though. So all right, I guess
Okay, but
whatever.
you know what,
Uh,
here's the thing though, men go out there and throw their dollars at them.
Whatever. I'm not
So
gonna teach my
why are
kids
we
that either.
complaining
None of that
about it? It's
stuff is
y'all
right.
damn
We can
self
we
you
can
get money
play
for.
both sides if we want to make people feel even and stuff. We can play
It's
both
not
sides,
about
but
playing both
neither
sides,
one
Kevin.
I'm
It's
teaching
about
my
seeing the
kids.
fucking
I'm
truth.
not gonna talk about nothing that I'm not
I'm
gonna
not
teach
going to
my.
teach my. I agree with you, Kev.
What? Nah, I'm just
I'm not
saying.
teaching my kids that. But
Whatever.
furthermore, I agree with you. I'm not
I
going to
can't
teach
wait to
my kids
Saturday.
and
That's my
tell
new
my
topic
kids.
too, though,
I
because
can't
people be
teach my
forgetting about
kids
the
to say
kids.
that this is
You
okay.
do
It's
realize
my
that
I
job.
nobody
can't wait to.
teaches
It's
I
their
my
can't wait
job
to
kids
to
to go
Saturday.
as
out
a
there
mother
and
is to
be
make sure
I
that
strippers
can't
I'm
and
wait.
doing the
shit like
correct
that, right?
narrative there. It's my job to do that. I can't tell somebody what they should do. I can't change nobody. I ain't got to coddle nobody. I'm not around a lot of these different women that are doing this. So how can I go and say something to someone I don't know? I can't go say nothing. So when it comes to being in my platform, don't do it to either side. If we're going to have a conversation about it, then we're going to hold the conversation. And we're going to address it as a whole. We're not going to address it to one side to the other side. We're going to address it as a whole. Furthermore, fuck this whole shit of what women and men is out here doing. This goes all the way back to home. If we want to be
This
honest
world is
about it,
full of
it's
women and
how
men,
you
so that topic
correcting
gonna always
yourself.
come up.
A person have to change themselves, kid. We can't make people change.
Uh,
We've been out here in this
But
world,
of
if we're
course I
gonna be
can't.
honest,
I know this.
we've
That's
been
what
out
I
here in
do
this
every
world
day.
trying to make
But as
changes,
soon as
and
something
not
I
a lot of
notice
us
it's
has
something that's
heard.
triggering somebody, that's when
I'm
they
not
don't want to hear.
triggered,
But they want to hear everything
sir.
else. And all
I'm
of a
not
sudden it's don't
triggered.
worry about another person. But
I'm
when
not
somebody says
triggered.
something good and appealing to somebody's ear, they want to hear everything. But they don't want to
I'm
hear.
not triggered.
They don't
I'm
want to
not
hear when
triggered.
it hurt their
But you
feelings and
are
stuff. That's what's
triggered.
sad about that.
You're
And I ain't got
triggered.
time for
I'm not
nobody
triggered.
feelings.
I'm not triggered. You're
Their
triggered.
feelings.
And then people want to take out one thing and say it's one side of that. That wasn't not my whole point. They can only hear the one side. That's the problem. And that's what the problem is in this world because
Kev,
they only
you
hear the
got
one side.
triggered. You state facts. If you're gonna
Whatever. I
state
got triggered.
facts,
All right.
facts over
PQ,
feelings.
your turn
You
now,
Um,
got
man.
triggered.
real quick, I'm
You
gonna
got triggered.
hop
Wait
down
till
real quick.
Saturday though. Wait till Saturday though, cause I ain't
I'm
got
gonna
time to
be
be
here on
dancing around
Saturday.
feelings
I'm
no
gonna be
more,
here on
man. Cause I
Saturday
see
because
when
I
I
can
see
only be
problems, I'm
me.
gonna try to address it, man. I ain't
Hey,
got time, and
Kev.
none of this stuff I'm teaching my kids. There's none of this stuff, and I don't care how nobody feel
Who
it because
told you to
I
teach
Excuse me.
think
your
about our
kids
kids.
this?
I think
Who's
Excuse
about
me.
telling you to
kids
teach
when
your
I have
kids
them
this?
in the youth.
Who's telling
Yo,
you to teach your
Everybody worry
kids that
about
you're
their
supposed
feelings
to
now. That
move
ain't about
better?
that. Everybody grown right now. They live their life and all that.
breath. Take a breath
Excuse
real
me.
quick. What's
Hi.
up?
Just real quick. I did not want to be rude and just hop down. However, I am going to hop down. Um, I will talk to y'all later.
See
All
you
right, for
later,
sure.
Reese.
Rubies.
What's the deal, PQ?
What's up, man? Um, hold on 1 second. So my thing is, I get and understand where Kevin's coming from, where Kev is coming from, due to the fact that when it comes to the word when they say accountability, even if you are a man and you do everything that you are still supposed to do as society tells you, society will still try to find a way to make you out to make sure that you're held accountable as a man, no matter
They don't
what.
understand it.
When it comes down to women, women are not held accountable as much as men are. Like it's almost like when if a man becomes a deadbeat father, right? He's if he doesn't want to take care of his kids, he's a whole big deadbeat father, straight off the back. But if a woman doesn't want to take care of her kids, meaning that if she wants to give the kid up for adoption, or she wants to abort the child, she has a way out of that's just one example. That's just it. That's the only thing I'm just saying. That's just one example of how it comes down to when it comes down to accountability. When it comes to men, like we as a man, as a black man that has done everything right and was told to do it this way, and I've done it that way. I've gotten married. When I got married, I made sure I was able to take care of my family at the same time. But I'm still being like, oh, you need to do this, 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 and this. But it's like, well, hold on. I've done everything I was supposed to do. Why am I still being held accountable?
Can I say something real quick?
Hmm.
I did not. Nobody up here is trying to say, or at least I'm not. I'll speak for me. I was not up here trying to diminish anything that men go through. That was not my point.
Oh, God.
My point of what I said is that on that same side, you cannot diminish the shit that women go through. You cannot play both sides. We do go through our own shit. Now, granted, it is not the same shit. The point is we can consider to sit here and keep pointing out the fucking obvious and pointing out that the sky is blue. It is not going to fix the issues at the end of the day. The end of the day, I'm asking, and that was the reason why I asked you those questions, Kev. It's not that I agree with these things. I'm trying to understand your where you're coming from, so I have a better understanding. That's all this was. There is nobody in their feelings. Nobody is upset. I'm just genuinely
So
intellectually trying to. That's it.
I was the
And
point of
Want
me.
to
Kev,
make
What
you
I
are,
was saying. What I
and
was
Kev,
saying.
wait,
The point
before
of the
you
day.
say something, Kev, you already know what it is with me and you. And I ain't gonna ever. You already know what it is with me and you. This is like a friendly debate. I don't know
Yeah,
why in the comments that we got a lot of hatred coming
yeah,
from,
that's
but
why I
this
was
is
telling.
just
I was
this is
talking to. Yeah, I
this
was
is
talking to
this
her to
is
let her know that
ridiculous
we
that I
just
have to
friendly
see
debating.
these comments when we just, you already know. I don't gotta express myself to anybody in a comment. You know what it is with me and you. I
Yeah.
know where you come from. I understand your mind. I just was asking you to give me some scenarios. That was it. I don't know
Yeah.
how this debate got to where we got a lot of people in these comments. Just, this ain't this type of topic.
trying.
So if that's the part of you wanting
Nope.
to engage in that,
Exit
this is the
left.
wrong live for it. Exit to the left.
Thank you. Yeah. First off, we're not gonna gaslight anybody in these comments, men or women. First off, as long as at least I'm sitting in here. So nobody's in their feelings. We genuinely just trying to understand. That's it. Go ahead, Kev. I'm sorry.
But no, I was just saying my point. It wasn't to make no comparison that somebody stressed more or something like that, or I don't know, a women go. I'm not saying that. I wasn't trying to. That wasn't my point of doing it. I was just letting you know how the world is working. At which I don't know if everybody's close. I can understand why someone might not understand what men go through and stuff or whatever, because all of us was grew different ways and stuff. But I'm just trying to, just like PQ was saying, like, this is really how it's been going on, man. Like, man has no choice. Even if we don't hold ourselves accountable, the world will. They're going to let us know some type of way. The thing is, they don't want to let the woman, because women are more in their feelings, you know what I'm saying, than anything. You know what I'm saying? They're more emotional, which it's just been like that, you know what I'm saying? So they don't want to hurt the feeling. Like, I don't want them. I also want somebody to tell my mama something, because I don't want her feelings hurt. You know what I'm saying? I care. I know my dad. I know my dad's gonna be
I get
more to take it in, than my mother and stuff. So that's why, even I'm gonna probably caught on my own mother's feelings. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying that in general, yes, the world is not going to. They're going to coddle the women more
but
than the men, or they're going to hold the men more accountable. That's just how it always been.
but-
It's always been like
okay,
that.
but that's why I was trying to point out that yes, that is the perception. Yes, we are coddled. I'm not going to disagree with you. Okay. However, women do hold each other accountable in their own way. There are things that we still have to take accountability for that are not always out in the public, right? It's different, and that's where we differ when it comes to men. That's the only thing that I was trying to point out, right? I'm not, and we can break that down, right? There's a reason why I'm not going to understand exactly everything that y'all go through as men. I'm not a man, I'm a woman. I only know the rules in the world in the objectivity of the fact that I've always been a woman, just like you have always been a man. So there's going to be things that I am not always going to understand. We can say that, right? There may be things that may be
True.
perceived one way and may be other, right? Yes, it's the same thing with women, is all I was trying to point out. There are things that are perceived one way, but actually are not that. That's all I was trying to say.
Hmm.
It's not the same. That's all.
It's about to be fun Saturday
We,
though, man. I be
it's fun. I'm gonna
about
be
the.
here Saturday. I want to talk about it. I
It's
want to
about the
continue
kids
talking about
though.
it.
It's about the kids.
But
I had that especially because I know that's gonna be a long night. There's just a lot of
I
stuff
agree. Well,
I've been observant about, but it's gonna be fun though. It's gonna be fun, especially for a man's choice. I never
we
seen a
do
woman not be held accountable. Not be held
we do get
accountable.
we
Whatever.
do get held accountable for sometimes. But it
By
is
who?
what it is. You know what I mean? But it happens. You do get held accountable. I have seen it happen where you do get held accountable by your other friends or other women in your life. They will hold you accountable for
So
that.
I
I
understand
have seen.
that portion of accountability when it comes to your friends and family and things of that nature.
Right.
But when it comes to society in totality, especially like when it comes to the government,
Hmm.
accountability to women is something that is not promising like it is for men. That's why I always tell people, when people always get upset when I say men may have built society and may have built the world, but we didn't build it for us, and it shows that.
What that
Number one
But
the
you
consumers.
can't,
Guess what the
in
number
the
one
same
consumers are?
breath, you can't put the way the system is built on women because we didn't go and build it.
I'm not
But you
Again,
don't
saying
that's
fight
that, but
the
it,
against it.
it just don't
But
change
that's
the
not what I'm
fact that
saying.
that's the way the world is. It's just
The
been like
world is
that.
this way, but we
Just like
can't
we gotta
talk
No,
about
save
it.
the
Are we
women, make
taking
sure
action?
we gotta make sure they're alive. If we
okay.
put them on a
But
boat,
this
we
is
gotta
what
make
I'm
sure they're alive and go be free and all that stuff.
right,
We're just protect them.
Wow.
saying.
I,
Okay. What I'm
I,
saying is yes, as far as society goes, no, we are not held accountable to the same degree. At least not in this society. And anything that's patriarchal, you are not going to get held accountable to the same degree. You're not. I will admit that as a woman. We won't.
I can admit
But
that.
however, say that we don't get held accountable because we do. It's just in a different front.
Never said just in general. I'm just
But
saying,
as a
yeah.
collective, how do we change that? What's the solution? Is the solution to keep having men have to continue to take the accountability and every single one of your flaws be out there for society, or how do we make it to where it's
You
safe
say
for
how you
y'all
make
and
it a
safe for us and
solution. I keep saying the solution. If we address a certain behavior, you got to be willing to be aware of it and correct it instead of being in your
but
feelings
my
about it. That's how you do it. Instead of be like, oh no, but what about the men? When you do that, you already done X'd out the whole solution already. Man has no choice
but
but to
here's
do that. We talked about the man for many years. We tell them that they broke and
yes,
all that stuff. Get your money up. We didn't. It's all type of stuff we didn't tell. We always talk to the men. It's always been like that.
okay. Here's the thing. With that being said, if you're going to point out solutions for women to fix, point out solutions that women can actually speak to. Not every woman is going to be able to speak to why women are on a pole. We can't speak to that. I'm
It's
not on the pole. I don't have friends that are on a pole. I can't speak to that. I can't tell you why she's on that. I have no way of fixing that. I do, however, have ways of fixing other things. That's all
That's
I'm
a whole
saying. How
list,
do
and
we before
they're not gonna want to hear that though, because it's gonna come in back with the what
But
about the men? What about
to
the
be
men? You
honest,
know what I'm
we can
saying?
talk
then
So,
it
about it.
shouldn't matter because
that's
you have
the
to
problem.
voice what you need to voice. It needs to be heard. It's gonna be a few that may
But at the
disagree with it, but there's gonna be
of
some
course.
there that's going to listen. But
All I'm
you have
saying,
to
if
say it.
anybody
You may not catch
even if they
everybody.
disagree about that and wonder why their life not running the way it's supposed to go, that mean
That's their
they're
choice.
supposed to
That's
listen. They're supposed to
That's
listen.
their
hold
choice.
hold up.
That's what I'm saying. Because if somebody gonna
Hold up.
bag up something, they better be stress free and
Okay.
not talking about, shouldn't be hard to find them a relationship and all this stuff. Shouldn't be. It's all type of stuff. Because I'm saying,
Yes.
if you if they don't see what's going on in this world, I don't know.
But
it's both
here's
sides,
my thing.
but we continue to argue with each other and not come up with
Most
solutions.
definitely.
It's pointless.
Okay, but the
That's all
problem
I was
is
saying. That
keep
was my
wanting to
whole
have
thing
this.
is that it's to steady the arguments on both
We can
ends
keep
for no
saying we
solution.
need to
Okay,
stay off the
but
phone.
we can't.
The man need to make more money, but none of that fucking matters,
Okay,
man.
but we can't try to have these conversations with our mind made up that the conversation's going to go one way.
So it's
It's a
one way.
Because now
fact.
That's what I'm saying.
you
That's what's
close
weird
the
though. I've
door.
literally talked about
on-
both sides, and you can only hear one side.
I'm
How's
not
it one
hearing.
way?
That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm addressing, and I'll explain.
Now I see what my
You
man's going
no
through.
no 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 no. This is what I'm talking about. You literally just said I would have this conversation, but nah, y'all are just going to be like, well, what about the men? That we can't have this conversation if you're going to close all the other doors. Because now you're forcing the conversation to go that way. That's all I'm simply trying to point out. If we're gonna
That's
have
what
this
I was
conversation,
saying from the beginning. It
everybody
has
has
to be addressed
to
as a whole.
as a whole and open. It can't be, oh, well, y'all are gonna do that because it's gonna be the same thing. I can sit there and be like, let me host a live talking about all the things men are doing wrong, and the first thing y'all gonna do is what about the women? Well, cool.
So
I just well,
what have I said so far today that I only picked one side so far? I have said something about
I
one
don't feel
side,
you picked. I don't feel
or
you
did
picked
I just
only one
mention
side.
something that was factual that
hold up,
about
hold up. The only thing that you said that was completely one sided was that last statement when you said I want to have this conversation, but the first thing y'all are gonna do is point at what about the men. That was the only time you've done that.
yes, when your
Every
part come up, yes, of course, yes, because I get that all the time. Or people
but
get it, or people like Black Jesus get it all the time, but they ignore the
but
fact that they just said something about men way before that. But as soon as it
but
comes to that, there's what about the
That's
women?
the
What
problem.
about the men and me?
Stop addressing one side and address it as a
No, but
whole.
I'm saying they
It doesn't
literally we
matter
talk about
how
the men, and then as
you
soon
got
as
to
a
look at
woman
it
come up,
one
then
way, Kev.
they
You
get in
got to
their
look at it
feelings.
one way. It don't matter if that woman's feelings hurt or that man's feelings is hurt. Bottom line, it has to be said, and it has to be said to both sides, not
It's
one.
easier
It
said.
address it together. If you don't like what you heard, honey, get your shit together. If you don't like what you heard, young man, get your shit together. Address it as a
that
whole. Damn, the person's feelings
That
is facts
don't.
over
I don't think
feelings. It's
solutions
facts
work
over
like that.
feelings.
I
If
don't
you
think it
can't
worked
handle
like
it,
that
then I
because
suggest you hit the X. If you
I
can't
don't think it
handle it,
worked like
if
that. You
you
can't
feeling
talk about two
triggered
things at one
about
time.
something that we as women
we
doing or
can talk
something that
about.
men is doing, you feeling triggered, hit the X.
So let me ask you this, Kev.
But
Let me
it's
ask you
stating
this.
facts. You
You
doing
and
what you're supposed to do. You gonna state
Yeah,
act
facts.
like
that don't work like that. I don't think it worked like that. You really gonna have
I
to
mean,
talk
well,
about each
I could care
section
less what
on its
Darlene
own.
down there is. Miss Darlene is talking. It ain't gonna work until we do it. Until we keep pushing it.
They've been
We ain't
trying
gonna
that.
ever get nowhere if we keep looking at shit one way. We ain't getting nowhere. Obviously, we can clearly see going one route ain't working. So now we got to
And I
come up with
still
another
don't
route.
get where is the one route at. Nobody have not gave me now one time where is one route, where the one route, and what was been said to make it one route.
I did just
Because
give
soon
you
as
that.
somebody said that, no, they don't get. Like I said earlier, that that was a factual thing about men get held accountable by the world and themselves, and you know what I'm saying the other one. So how was that even hurting, or how was that one sided? That's just what goes on in this world. I don't
Okay,
get how that was
but the
one
thing,
sided.
hold up.
The world is one sided
You're
on that end, if you want to say
hold up,
that.
hold up, hold up. You are arguing something where nobody came at you for it. You're arguing with
I'm
me
trying
as
to
if
understand.
I'm coming. I'm not coming at you. I agree with you. Okay, I agree these conversations need to happen. The only thing that I pointed out is don't try to have this conversation and close all the possibilities to any type of other outcome by strictly setting up the expectation that the conversation is going to go one way. That's the only thing that I said. So don't sit there and say that I'm the type of person or Empress or any of the women who comes frequently enter your lives that's where that conversation's always going to go. Because I feel like we can have this type of open conversation and it doesn't have to have just, well, what about men? It doesn't have to be that way. If you want to have a conversation where we're just addressing women, fine, do that. But it doesn't have to go that way. That's the only thing that I pointed out. Other than that, I have
Because
not
even
made
when you
this
have
one
that
sided.
discussion, you're still going to open the door to the opposite side. So you may as well hold it as a whole. It's
There we
still going
It's
to
go.
bring a
impossible.
controversy.
It's impossible. It's
That's a
impossible.
preference of where you want the conversation to go. That's all I'm saying. If you're only wanting to address
And
one side
that's
of the
it's
issue,
crazy because you gotta do that because you gotta watch out for feelings and all that stuff. That's the
It's not
crazy
even a
part.
watch out for feelings. It's clear
hold
that
They'll
up.
we can
miss the
See,
whole
see.
message. They'll miss the
It's
whole message
clearly
because they
that we
only
can
take out
see
like,
that you
dang, you
are
not
only talking
trying.
about that. But what
mm,
did you hear the
Kev,
message though? That's the
Kev,
whole thing. That's all that
you've been in
matters.
these lives.
okay, but at
I've been in these
the end of the day,
different lives. I leave them because it's always drama and chaos.
Do you
So I
understand
leave
anything
them.
they
So
saying
there's
in
no
there though?
need for me to listen when you ain't gonna get
now we can't.
nowhere.
Now here's the
I
thing.
come in
Here's the
your
thing.
lives because we
Because if
getting
I hear
somewhere.
a live
There's a
talking about man, I'm
solution.
gonna go in there and try to hear what they talking about before I be getting in my feelings. Like, why y'all talking about me? I want to
I
hear
don't
what they
have to
talking
get in my
about first,
feelings.
and
Okay,
maybe
If it
but
don't
it's
apply to
factual.
me, I'm too grown for it. If it don't
hold up,
apply to me, I let it
hold up,
fly.
hold up, hold up. You can't sit there and continue to keep saying that none of us are in our feelings.
No, I'm just
I
saying
am
in general, that's what been happening. That's why
okay,
that's
but
why we
we
was
need
talking about Black Jesus first. I said that's why he
but
don't get, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people can't get with him. Because as soon as
but
they
what
hear about that one side or something like that, it's over. But he talk about men and women, it's just the women just staying more out.
but
No different
here's
from
but
what's
but
his
here
name? Kevin Samuels and
here's
stuff. It's
I
just
don't I
women not used
it
to
is
hearing that. That's all it is.
okay,
They're not
at the
used
end
to it.
at the end of the day I
That's
don't
not
give a
true.
shit
We've been
what
hearing
you
it
say.
our whole life.
At
That's
the end
crazy.
of the day, I'll be 100% honest with you, and I don't give a shit if this is a controversial statement or not. I can give two fucks about what's going on in his life. I don't hang out there. I hang out here, okay, for a reason. So the only thing that I care about is how that conversation is going to go down on this live. Now, typically,
Fact.
that's all I give a shit about. So if we're gonna have this type of conversation on your platform, is the reason why I come over here because we can actually get some fucking where. I'm just trying to figure out how this conversation is gonna go. I
Yeah,
can give a fuck
I
about black
refuse to actually talk about
or
that though because that's the
menopause
hardest stuff to ever
or
talk about. I me myself wouldn't talk about it. I'm just leave that to Black Jesus, Kana, Black Guru, and all that. I'm gonna leave that to them because they can handle that stuff. I'm trying to bring unity, so that usually divide people and all that stuff. So because a lot of people can't take what they say and all that stuff, so I just talk about a subject when it come up or something like that. So I don't really talk about the men versus women thing or something like that. Even though I don't be versus, I just
fine.
I don't
With
really talk about that though.
with that being said, we've talked about accountability when it comes to this, right? Now this
Yeah,
is why I'm gonna put this all of these things that you guys are pointing out that are all these issues.
yeah.
What are you doing to contribute to it, and where is your accountability as far as that goes? Because y'all are taking y'all.
I dodge picking people like that. That's what I do because they don't have nothing to do with me, anyways. It's just if I can help, I talk about it. You know what I'm saying? But I can't make nobody change. You know what I'm saying? Me myself. That's why I be talking about people that are like, why? What's the point of if a person don't want to listen to you? You know what I'm saying? You can talk to who willing to change or something like that. They don't want to listen to you, then they're gonna be that same single person or whatever. They not gonna just listen to you. You know what I'm saying? So that's the type you're not looking for anyway. So just don't you ain't gotta be around. There's nothing you can do for that because you're not trying to look for that type of person anyway. So there's no point of talking about it.
But
You know what I'm
you're
saying? But it's just actually lives that's out here that's trying to make some people be aware, which gonna frustrate some people and not. But that's what it's meant for. It's meant to get people that's gonna understand, that want to change, to understand them, or the people that's been through their stuff that they don't want to get growth from what they went through and stay mad at them. Like even in the Bible itself, it say that everybody's not gonna be our friend, everybody's not gonna agree with us and all that stuff. And even I know in my journey, like the stuff I talk about,
that's a
just the
fact.
fact of saying accountability, nobody
Which
don't like that. A lot of people don't like that. But I'm grabbing people that want to learn how to take accountability, and the people that don't want to, this ain't for you. Cause
but
you can't take that. You ain't gonna be able to grow anyways.
which is
You're not gonna
perfect,
be able to move forward anyways.
which is perfectly fine, and that's why I fucking respect you for that. But what I'm saying is that if we're gonna have that type of conversation, that's a question that I would ask. If you're gonna point out and sit there and say, and we're gonna use that as an example, you're mad or you don't agree with women being on stripper poles and men selling drugs, what are you doing to contribute to that? And if you're not contributing anything, what's your solution? Because you're not going to be able
Oh,
to end just because you don't want that.
yeah,
But there has to be a solution
yeah.
there.
I
How do
feel
we
you
stop
though.
that?
I don't know.
That's
People
where I'm
gonna
at.
do them. I'm gonna just say I just don't want to teach that to my children. And we gonna get on that by on Saturday though. But I can't stop a grown person. Grown person gonna stick with what they want to know. They gonna stick with their pride, and they don't like hearing stuff like that anyways. You know what I'm saying? So let them be them. Let them live their type of life. They gonna do what they do. But please don't pass this along to the kids. Even though I
And
can't help
all
that either. But if I could try my best to put some words in people's ears for them to hear it and stuff, because I don't care about these grown folks nowadays, man. I care more about my kid, the kid, and when I have kids and the people that's growing up, because they looking at these same people that don't care about themselves, or actually they do care about themselves, but they don't care what they do about themselves, because all they care about is how they get to where they grind there now and all that stuff. They're not caring about what's ahead of them, you know what I'm saying, what's behind them and all that stuff.
right.
Because a lot of people just, but let me not talk about that because
No,
that's my project on Saturday. I'm gonna talk about that one though.
fine. And all I'm simply asking is, okay, if we're gonna have conversations like this, I like to see and hear them be elevated at some point instead of the same 5 million talking points that are getting recycled and just respat. That's all I'm asking.
Yeah, it get elevated to the
I'm
people
just
that's willing
elevated.
to listen. That there's some people that actually hear it. You know what I'm saying? Some people don't. It's not meant for
But I think,
everybody to understand. That's
but
how it be. You know what I'm saying? Some
here's
people
the
don't
thing.
see the solution because they're either deaf to it
That
or they don't like what
They're
they're
just
hearing,
not
so they're
ready
not
to
going to hear it.
receive it.
that
They're just not
you're
ready to
elevated.
receive it. They're not ready to
I
Just
elevate them.
here
I mean,
yeah.
right
So
there's
that's
now,
not
all.
much we can really do there other than
right
still say it.
Yeah.
now. What I'm talking
Some
about is if it's a conversation that you're wanting to have, all I'm asking is just to elevate it. I don't care about what Joe Schmo and everybody else are doing on the other lives. I don't hang out there. I don't care. Right? I care about the live things that I. What'll get me to leave that conversation real quick is if it's the same talking points over and over again. How many times am I going to hear the same shit? Nobody wants to hear it. Move it forward.
it,
The people who are going to take something from it will take it. If they don't, they don't. It
that's all
is.
I'm about to say. You know what's funny? That's all I was just about to say. What's funny about that? When you say it's a repetitive type of talking points and stuff,
It
you know
is.
when people repeat it and stuff, it's actually people that's actually listening to that. To other people, it's probably sound like saying blah 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 to them, but people do repeat the same things because a new person might actually hear what they're saying and take that and hear and actually try to understand it and be like, dang, I like that's why people even like that. I'm gonna go back to the people that actually talk about that stuff. They actually
Mhm.
get fans. They build fans in the process. That's gonna be the same thing with all of us. If we have a certain
Yes.
thing,
Yes.
and huh?
Which I said is fine. I don't have a problem
Yeah,
with that. But the problem
like
is they can scroll through 30 other lives and hear the exact same thing. How many people are going to elevate the conversation?
I, I don't know how it works because everybody brain work different. I don't know who's receptive of it or not. Like I said, it might not be receptive
Have you
of
get people? You get people in this life. You get people in your lives that want to elevate the conversation that are capable of higher level thinking. Do
mm,
not sell short to people who are over there getting people who are echo chambered.
mm.
Focus on your platform. That's it. Think about the people who come in here. Can you not have an elevated conversation? An elevated.
If you're talking about me personally, I'm doing me. You know what I'm saying? I ain't worried about none of that other stuff. I already got my stuff done.
That's all I
I got
said.
That's
my
because
stuff
the
down.
conversation is elevated, kid. That's because the
Huh?
conversation
How
is
can I? I
elevated.
can't tell no
You
person.
can't
I
make
can't
you
tell
can't.
nobody else
I
what's
mean,
gonna elevate them. I
if
can
we
only be me.
if
I
we
can't
want to
tell
be
somebody if
truthful
it's gonna
about
be
this,
elevated
so
or not. If it's not elevated to you, it can be elevated to somebody else. I can't tell somebody if
I'm
it's
not
elevated or
talking
not.
about. I'm not
so
talking.
if
I'm not
you're
talking about
missing it,
elevating it for somebody else. It's called elevating thinking. There's different forms of thinking.
I don't know. I don't know how
It's
everybody else
not,
think. I only know.
not
I only
no,
know my point of
no,
view.
no. You're overcomplicating it. It's actually very simple. When it comes to conversations and things that you're having, intellectual conversations, there are different levels. Okay? If we're gonna have the same tier one level conversation, we ain't ever gonna come to a solution. At one point, raise the level of thinking. Challenge the people talking. Because how much is it that people are just repeating things that I don't know, they've heard an echo chamber and because it sounded clever and profound. Do they actually believe those things? Or are they just regurgitating some shit? That's what we're trying to get
I
to the
don't
bottom of.
know.
That's
I
it.
don't know. Like I know I talk about the same three things. That's probably repetitive to everybody else, but people
No,
need to hear it. They probably
no,
don't like to hear accountability or
no,
emotional control,
no.
uh,
You have the same
ego.
conversations. Yes, but you have the same conversations, but yet you elevate the conversation every time. It's not the exact same conversation. It's not the exact same thing every single time. You elevate it every time.
it's not the same. It's always
It's,
different.
it's different.
You still have the same talking point, but you bring it in a different aspect.
It's an elevated way of talking about it. I can sit here and tell you the sky's blue all day.
It's just the way you move.
Just the way you move.
It really is. And for me, I get mad at the whole subject because let's get down to the real situation. Let's get down to the kids because all this you guys are talking is affecting this new generation.
Mm-hmm.
So it's got to end somewhere. And let's focus on home because if we see them doing it and they young, then that means the problem is at home.
Mm-hmm.
It needs to get taken care of at home. If we seeing the younger generation out here doing it, which means there's a problem at home. So you fighting this battle that don't need to be fought right now. We need to be paying attention to what's going on at home so you could do better there.
Yep.
And a lot of the fight is really behind the jobs. A lot of parents aren't able to be there with their children because both parties are working. So they're being left out. So they gravitate to the streets. So we're going to be stating facts. Let's really get down to the nitty gritty of it. Why are we fighting about he say, she say, and we ain't paying attention to what the problem is at hand?
Mm-hmm. Focus on what you can control. That's
Because
it.
if we keep fighting about where women went wrong and where men went wrong, that younger generation is taking all that crap in.
But the funny
So
thing about that,
Where do they run to
this
now?
world's
It's
only
too
got
much
women and
fighting.
men in it. So that's the only gonna be the only
You're
topic, man.
missing
That's
what
gonna be
I'm
the main topic.
you're missing what
Women
I'm
and men.
saying. It shouldn't even be the main topic because the main
I'm
topic
saying the world
is
only has women and men
when
in
all
it.
this dust settles, with all this fighting between men and women, those children are the one who hurt the most because now they're just repeating the rhetoric. They're hurting the most. So that wouldn't that mean that we need to address home first? Let's be fighting about the home first. Let's get that corrected so
Well,
we
they
can
got the
kind
new
of stop
nouns
some
and
shit.
stuff, but I don't
I mean,
know. I
it's
guess.
the thing. It doesn't have to be the main focus of conversation.
No, I'm just
Think
saying that it's
we
going.
could be further. We could be further if this wasn't the main focus of the conversation. We could be further. We could be, I don't know, in space. We could be doing so many
So
amazing
much
things.
more.
That's
You know what
just
I mean? We can make it where if I wanted to live to be 304, I could be 304.
this
But
the
we too busy having the same stupid ass conversation.
this literally
Like at
and
what
this
point?
funny. This the only conversation that always be considered stupid or you know what I'm saying that.
It's
And that's
stupid
funny.
when
As
it
soon as
comes
I
to the.
mentioned it one
It's
time, this is a
dumb.
whole
You want to
different
know why
life
it's
now.
stupid, Kev? You
It
want to know
show
why
that
it's stupid?
you literally can't talk about everything on here. You can only talk what appease the people. So that's one thing
You know
I
why it's
always learned in
stupid?
my journey and stuff though.
You know
But me
why it's
myself,
stupid to me,
I talk
Kev?
about everything. I talk
It's
about
stupid to me, Kev,
everything.
because we focusing on the wrong goddamn detail. We got children out here unaliving themselves because shit is too much. We got too much to be worried about than focus on why a woman and a man can't get along. Hello, let's pay attention to the bigger narrative here. We got children literally cannot
Exactly.
even take it
We talk
on
about
top
all
of
that.
hearing what they hear on this TikTok. So, shall we address this or shall we address what the hell is going on at
I
home?
address everything. Me myself, I'm not. Ain't no limit to my
It's too
addressing.
much.
I'm gonna
All
address
this
everything.
topics
You know what I'm
is either
saying?
on single mamas or it's on woman and man. Well,
Hey,
let's have a goddamn talking about
hey,
your
if I
damn
gotta talk
children.
about that one day, it is what it is. I'm gonna talk
And
about
we got
everything. I ain't got
colorism. We
time
got
for
so
everybody to
much.
be in there.
We
That's
got
my
so
thing.
much that we have
Oh,
adopted in our
it's not
Exactly. And
about
I
community
talk about
that's
and me
affecting.
myself, I talk about everything. I talk about
It's affecting
everything.
us. So
Anything that can have a
I don't
solution
want
at
to have a
the end.
talk about a man and a woman, colorism, none of that. Let's get down
all
to the
I'm
nitty
saying.
gritty.
Look,
Let's
I'm
get to
not
the
saying that we
kids.
can't talk
Because I
about it.
care for the
Nobody's
kids.
saying that
Damn a grown adult.
I'm not. I'm not saying that we can't talk about it. All I'm saying
I'm
is that we have been having the same arguments. We've been doing the same shit for years, and where has it gotten any of us?
Nowhere.
That's what I'm talking about. We have had this same conversation about women and men and everything else.
about to
Where
go
the fuck has it
off.
gotten?
All right.
Where's it gotten us?
Just dividing us more and more and more. And these children
It's
are
not
paying these children are paying the consequences
now.
for it.
At the end of the day, I'm not saying we can't have the conversation. Talk about whatever you want to talk about. That's perfectly fine.
I'm
Okay, no.
definitely rocking with your kids. I give a fuck about the kids. I can care less what these grown people
I
doing.
personally would just like to see certain things stop. I would like to be able to, when I do have kids, not have to worry about sending them to a fucking school. I would love to be able to get stopped by the police, not worry about the shit that comes with that.
Turn the TV off now. Get your chores done.
You see what I'm saying? These are things that need to be fixed. But we can't fix them because we too busy arguing the same shit for the past 50 fucking years.
Very true.
So at
And
what point
each
do we elevate?
generation
Now, I
pays.
don't know about you. Now, I did say it at the beginning of this live. People like to block their own blessings. People also like to put themselves in boxes. To me, there is no
A
fucking
mirror
ceiling.
box.
There's no ceiling. You ain't gonna limit me to the world or what I can and cannot do. I don't think that way. On some motivational shit.
Literally shows on this app, no matter what it is, we don't know how to get along. But it's affecting our youngest generation ever. And it's affecting them a hell of a lot more. So I
Hmm.
would like to see the fight stop here and let's focus on what really needs to be at hand. We got a whole lot of other stuff we could be fighting about other than this shit.
Yeah, like if pineapple
These
goes on pizza.
kids, these kids need to depend on us. I'm seeing it too much. I'm seeing too much unaliving, too much. That's telling me
Learning.
it's a problem at home. I mean, it's a problem at home. It's a problem at school. It's just fitting in. It's a whole lot. We got the colorism that now these kids don't even know which way they want to go. I don't know who my identity is. I don't know if I'm on this side. I don't need to be on this side. These kids are being attacked in every angle, and social media amplifies it. We didn't have this in our era, so it was a little mild, but it's amplified. And we got to get some shit together versus fighting over man and woman and why the hell we can't get along.
Yep.
Go ahead, Lion.
I'm gonna drop real quick, but I love your face.
Oh, okay, well, bye.
Oh,
Bye.
I didn't know who was that talking. No, I thought that was.
See you later, AJ.
All right, AJ.
But yeah, no, I think that the kids they're really going through something. And I think that the whole if we stay so divided and we stay so busy and we stay working 12 jobs because we can't afford food if we don't and we stay whatever, we can't take the time to look at our kids and see that they're hurting and see that they got too much homework and they still trying to do 27 extracurriculars because if they don't they can't get into college because they can't afford college if they work in a job. Like there's so much actually happening, but
And the
we're
kids ain't
stuck
raising
somehow.
themselves.
We're stuck on
A
I
lot of
can't
these parents
understand
can't
someone with
be there,
different
Kev.
genitalia than me, and that is insane. These conversations should be about understanding what it's like to walk in the shoes of the other side, so that when we do get in relationships and when we do have children that are the opposite gender or whatever, we can understand and be able to help them
That sound
instead
easy,
of
but that
my
sound
struggle
easy.
is bigger than yours. You have to pay attention to me, and that just seems to be what it is.
Hmm.
Truth to be told, both parties have been drugged through this dirt for decades. And yet we ain't got nowhere still. Yet we have not inched.
Hey,
Yet we have not
guys.
moved. Yet we have not got anywhere. But we do see is that every generation the kids are getting worse and worse. So
Right. I
when does it
wonder
come a
why.
point of dropping the sword down and focusing on home? Which means there's not enough jobs out there that's not paying enough. So we got both parents trying to work. They coming in, they tired. You can't even pay attention to your kids. The streets is raging. Then we got some parents out here that just shouldn't even be parents right now. Too young, shouldn't even have kids. But too much in their mind, in their head, the streets start raising them. So if we're going to blame anybody, we're going to blame both sides because it's
Hey,
really our fault.
I'm sorry, Empress, to interrupt you. This is Midnight. Um, I've been listening for a little bit, and one of the things that I feel that we are lacking is that there's a lot of conversation about um, men, you need to do this to get a woman, women, you need to be this to get a man, and things of that nature. But one of the things that I'm noticing that we're missing a lot of is that no matter what you're doing, modern or traditional, why don't we talk about how to keep a relationship and how to build a
Bingo.
relationship and things like that?
Because they don't want to hear that. Because it's gonna take some type
Yeah,
of accountability
But
on
why
one
not?
end to even keep it.
But why not? Why not hear it?
But
because
Because
they
it's
don't
what
hear
needs to
it.
everybody,
be heard.
everybody don't like to hear something when it got something to do
But
with
it's
them.
the
That's the only
same
way you
pill,
keep a
the same
relationship.
pill you just said, Kev. It's a hard pill to swallow, but somebody got to swallow it.
What's the
Well,
deal,
and also, I
Texas?
don't personally feel like they don't want to hear it because every time I talk about mine and Hobo's relationship, everybody's like, we need to hear more of this. This is amazing.
But
And
what the problem
When
is
I'm
like
in
what it
Rico's
takes to
live,
get there. They don't
I'm
want
tuned
to.
in.
When it comes to making change and stuff, a lot of people. That's another thing I preach on a lot. Is a lot of people don't like the word change and stuff. They don't like that feeling. They like being comfortable how they is and all that stuff. They let their ego
That's not a
ride
you
ride
problem.
with
That's a
them and all
day
that stuff.
problem, Kev. That's not a you problem. That's a
Yeah,
day problem.
yeah,
If they
but
don't want
this
to
what I
hear the
do, man.
greatness that's
I'm
coming
not
out
saying
your
it's my
mouth,
problem. It's not my problem. It's something I'm speaking out to the because I'm trying to help. That's been my goal on here. Why I make my content and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying that got anything to do with me. But if I can help, why not? You know what I'm saying?
exactly. I'm down
I don't
for
only
it.
think about myself
I'm
all the
not
time
gonna
because
say I
I've
can
done
change
work
the
with
world,
myself.
but I know I affected someone. I can't change the world, but I know someone hurt me. Someone took some of the nuggets. They took what resonated for them. That's all that matters to me. I can't make a whole, but as long as I make somewhat of an impact, I'm happy within myself. One act of
You
kindness
cannot want to do
is the
something
greatest
if
thing for me.
you don't know about it.
Well, I think that people need to stop trying to save others and save themselves first. It's the rule if you're on an airplane and you lose altitude and the air things come down. Everyone is too busy trying to save, tell, explain, express, and show instead of saving themselves. And leadership is supposed to be by example.
I don't know
So,
who just said that, but God damn it, I feel it.
So, all right, I got a question on that
Midnight,
then.
was
So you
that you?
said you said the problem is people don't say themselves and stuff. So,
Oh, that was Texas. Okay. I'm gonna get a straight up follow for that one.
okay, they don't say themselves first. So, do you believe some people actually had the time and saved themselves, and they're giving off information to help others to not be selfish?
yes, they believe that it's their duty, their mission, and their calling to be a savior or to attempt to help, and by helping, you know, but they fail to forget to thy own self be true. There was only one savior, right? There's only one way, and you got to get to glory. Hopefully, you'll find a passerby with similar likes and dislikes and tastes. And that's the partner, if you're looking for a partner, that you should be looking for, not some commonality of all men are this way or all women are this way. No, you need to be very selective because you're trying to select one. The first person is you because you can't be in love with anything until you love yourself because nothing can, if you don't know how to love you, how are you going to express to someone else how to do it when they're not you?
All right.
So you've got to love you and you've
Yeah.
got to trust you and you've got to believe in yourself. And then with that, not get so arrogant. As I always say, the height of our arrogance and the death of our ignorance is what kills us. Not be so arrogant that you forget that you don't know shit. Excuse my French. I mean, you're one person in 8 billion. So no matter how long you've lived on the planet, no matter how many people you think you know, it is minuscule in the pool of knowledge. So you should act like a guppy instead of trying to be a shark or a whale.
So you believe that we're here to only work on ourselves or something like that? We shouldn't save people, right?
Yes, I
And so
believe
it shouldn't
that.
be no such thing as preachers. It shouldn't be no such thing as judges. It shouldn't be no such thing as teachers. Shouldn't be such thing as parents, right?
No, only the first.
No, 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 no. Those
I think you mixed what he said, Ken.
are
No, I'm just
things.
saying because I hear what he's saying. I understand what he's saying though, but when do it come to a point that you share to help? I believe we are on here to help one another, really low key. I don't think it just we live in life for ourselves. I talked about
No,
that a
no, no,
while
no, no,
ago.
no,
I
no,
don't,
no, no, no. What I'm saying to you is this: when you actually find out who you are, then you will realize how interconnected you are to everything and everyone around you.
all right,
Your perspective about thought and how you dispense it to people will completely change
all right,
because you're coming from a humble position
yeah,
and you're giving information that you can either take or not take, and you don't take offense with whatever they do with it because your goal is just to
right,
sow a seed, right?
exactly.
Hopefully, at
I feel you
some
on that.
point in the future, you will see a blossom,
I feel you
but
on
you
that.
know it's not going to be instantaneous. So you're not looking for immediate results when
No,
you're entertaining people or when you're quote unquote teaching people.
right.
So if you
I
tell
feel,
somebody something that's the truth and you know it from your perspective, but they cannot see it, you can't take offense to them not seeing it.
right, exactly. Yeah, I talked about that before. I feel you on that.
And most quote unquote teachers, pastors, preachers, brothers, sisters, parents, everyone else that takes up a teaching role tries to teach it from a prophetic standpoint, meaning like they've mastered the art and there's no such thing.
That's why we the church, man. We talk amongst each other to help each other, right?
Exactly. We're all learning from each other at the same
Exactly.
time. No one's the teacher. No one's the preacher because no one's mastered it. We're all in this soup box together. The only difference that humans have over each other is time. Like, I'm 50. So if you ain't lived more than 50 years, well, I'm over 50, but if you haven't lived 50 years, if you're not in your 50s, you don't have more knowledge than me. I don't care who you are. I don't care what you did. I don't care if you're a double PhD that works for NASA. You're not smarter than me. You have knowledge about a subject matter. I have knowledge about life because I've been here longer, operating in trying to master living at a very high level. And the higher I go, the more I realize that you got to pick a lane. You got to decide what the heck are you here for? Like, what does it look like? If you were in utopia as you see it in your own mind, what would that look like on planet Earth? That's the things that you should put on vision boards that people are doing. Those are the teachable moments that we should be teaching each other, reminding us of our youth. When we were young, we were free to think. Everyone used to always ask us when we were a kid, who the heck are you going to be? What you going to do when you grow up? What do you want to be? You want to be a doctor, a lawyer, a baseball player, a pilot, all the things that adults, now that we're adults, remember people telling us about picking your destiny. They just didn't articulate it to us that that's what they're asking us to do. Or I didn't understand it. Now I do because maybe I'm their age now.
So you don't believe that you say you ain't gonna understand, so you say your understanding don't kick in to a certain age?
No.
Okay, because you just said I was hearing you saying that you don't understand until you just made it to their age or
Well,
something like that.
let me put it this way.
Because life is going to
We
teach you a lot of lessons that you may not realize
we
you haven't learned yet.
Right,
exactly.
but I
When you
say,
get there.
but don't you
We
can learn
picked up
lessons before
knowledge.
somebody else? I think
No,
everybody
No,
different.
lessons is to be learned. In
yes,
order
Exactly.
to learn lessons is to understand yourself. If you don't have the lessons,
Yeah,
then you
right.
don't understand yourself.
But I'm
So if
saying
you're
different
20,
ages learn
you
different lessons
if
and
you're
stuff.
20, correct. But if you're 20, you may not have learned a lesson that a 50-year-old learns. You haven't got there yet.
Or you could say that you learned something that a 50-year-old haven't learned, and it's a
That's
20.
it's
It can work
also
both ways. That's what I'm
it's
saying.
very true because I do believe that somebody younger than me could come tell me something.
Yeah, right.
absolutely.
I
The
agree to that.
the
I agree.
younger people are the, as the Bible says, y'all are the weaker, wiser ones. We knew you guys were coming. It was already foretold. We're not trying to insult your intelligence or your knowledge base. What we're trying to tell you is with that knowledge, you need to gain understanding. And with knowledge and understanding, you will then possess wisdom. So
Right.
most younger people, thought wise or conscious wise or concept wise, or how to work the latest, greatest gadget, like intricate stuff, can run circles around an old person. But what you guys fail to realize is at your age, you, you can run circles around a 2-year old, but you don't do it. Why? Because it's cruel. Cruelty goes both ways, up and down the ladder. It is not us as older people being cruel to you. You guys are just as equally as cruel as far as I'm concerned as a middle-aged man. Like, bruh, y'all got it, but like, y'all want something to fight, and we're
Oh
not your
man.
fight, pretty much. We're your ally. What we ask younger people to do is most younger people want new concepts. They think that older people got it wrong, but they fail to realize the only reason they're here is because of older people. Someone got you here. And whether they are alive or unalive, they would have been senior to you in age years.
All right. Hey, I gotta cut this, man. I done went way past my time. I'm gonna be on way longer tomorrow and Saturday, so get some stuff going.
It's all right. I learned some shit. I learn every day.
Man, I
Most
hadn't seen
definitely.
you. I came back on my main page because TikTok algorithms are like crazy, right? The more because I was trying to build that account, the more people I follow, it gives you different algorithms. And they just kind of 86 my little circle. I was like, what the hell is everybody? I gotta like go try to find y'all. And then I come on this page tonight for the first time this year, and what do I see? My
Right.
my family.
Right. Well, that's why I said I ain't seen this dude in 100 years.
Yeah,
He
so
got all them 5,000 followers and stuff. You gotta unfollow some people in a minute.
Texas, he hanging out with the big boys now.
Oh,
He got the big
that's what
boys
it
on his
is. Oh,
side.
he done got
Mhm.
bougie. I thought I seen a pinky sticking up in that picture and stuff. I thought something. He done got bougie on this. Y'all got the little bit of people in y'all live. How to mess with you? He got a cigar in his mouth right now. I can see
you gotta go up there and challenge their thought.
it. Yeah, I
You know
feel
what I
you on
mean? And then you come back down to regular people, right? That actually consciously, pretty much all of us just want to survive. That's
that. Yeah,
it.
that's what it is, man.
Get to a maintenance free thing without a whole bunch of rigmarole. We want to be happy and we want another. doing it.
Peace. Peace,
Yeah,
happiness,
happy.
and love.
Yes.
The hippie life that people been joking on. That's what we want for real. I was just talking about that earlier.
Yeah. So
That's what people
we're
need.
building it. 2023 gonna be a great year. So
Yeah, man.
I just popped in to show you love.
Oh,
Tell
yeah,
you
for sure,
guys,
brother.
hey, happy New Year to everyone.
Oh,
Empress,
yeah.
let me see, let me make sure I'm following you. Yeah, we're
Oh,
friends.
that's
I
follow
definitely
three
followed you.
4005 now.
I'm always in
Anyway,
here. A lot of time if I'm not in facts over feelings, I'm up in here messing with Kev head.
yeah.
That's
Oh,
because
he
I got a lot
did.
of respect for him, for real, for real.
Oh, definitely, man.
I hear him,
She
but he
already
be
know
trying
she
to be.
my favorite mod.
See, Empress, he was on lives. He would go on lives, right? And I would always tell him, you need your own live, right? And then he started it. He didn't have a whole lot of people, right? But he's like, I'm gonna get my message out, right? And I told him, just stick with it, man. Like, look, he's still on my For You page. As soon as I open my profile, he pops up.
Oh yeah, man.
But I wish y'all well, man. I'm gonna leave. I've got some things to do, but I just want to say hello. What's up, Miss Lyons, and the man in the background?
I'm gonna send you a message today or tomorrow. But yeah, I've been missing you, so I'm glad to see you back in us little people spaces.
Little people spaces. Right. Yeah, every now and then I do be in them big lives. I try to get in there just to see where I'm at, man. I really be doing them lives that I know be controversial and stuff just to see how much I done worked on myself and stuff. I could tell I've been doing better though and stuff because I had some people be calling me out my name just off of questions and stuff. You and this, I'm like, what the heck? All I'm doing is asking a question. You don't got any of your feelings? I just laugh now. It's funny to me now. I just laugh now. It's so funny to me because it's like you laugh at the triggers now. That's why I say that's a good way to shift your triggers. Oh, you call me the B word. You stupid. You just mad, dog. You
Yeah,
just
but
mad.
see,
That's so funny.
you got to cut it off at the pad. As soon as you open your mouth in these TikTok streets, you got to let them know the
Hmm.
range, right? you know.
Yeah,
Uh,
they waiting on that so they can hurry up and
well,
banana
I mean,
you real
like
quick.
I've
That's
been in a live where a guy I was following around, just we just kind of pop up in different lives together. Kind of not really like my guy, kind of guy I would hang out with, but he was an okay dude. One day he got plastered. He was on TikTok, and this woman came on, and she was making a point, and he didn't want to hear her point, and
hmm
he basically told her that she needed to shut the f up. And I, on live public television, told this fool that in my face, grace, or in my presence, you can never dishonor a sister publicly.
feel you that. I feel you.
And that's a lesson learned to be here at 50. Because, see, I didn't done it to some real dynamic, dynamite women that most brothers would have been like, I done lost my mind. But at the time, I didn't have the knowledge. I mean, I didn't have the understanding. I had the knowledge because I could obtain it, but I didn't know how to keep it and capture it. So I misused it like anything else that we do. And so that back to loving yourself, realizing the errors in your ways is a part of beginning to live life transparently.
Hmm
So I wish you well, man.
Oh,
Let
yeah,
me
for
get off
sure,
my
man.
philosophical box.
For sure, man.
See y'all.
All right, man. Be better than your yesterday, Empress. Be better than your yesterday. You gotta get my words back, man.
Nah,
Get my stuff back.
baby. You know
Get
that's
my
my
stuff
shit.
back,
You know
man.
that's my shit. You know that's my
Get my
shit.
stuff back. I think you looked at my content and you found it out. It's like, nah.
You know that's my shit.
Yeah, I know.
Nah,
It's
but
me
you be
too, though.
good. Be
That's what I
easy.
tell. That was one of my first. That's why I found it so funny when you came up there. I said, I guess we do think alike on some stuff. I was shocked when you said that. I was like, what the? Because I made that on one of my super old videos. And then I started living with that after that. Kept saying it after that and stuff. That was on one of my you don't need coffee videos. That's my little new morning videos. I do little morning motivations and stuff. And I said, be better than your yesterday
Can you inbox me your YouTube because I can't find you.
on YouTube.
Yeah, because I can't find you on YouTube. Can
All
you
right.
inbox me your name?
Oh, just click on my. I just thought about it. Just click on my page. Just the YouTube icon.
Oh, okay, okay,
Yeah, yep.
okay.
Should work like that. I think
All right, all right. I'm gonna get off here because
for sure. Right, because I don't went
I
way
got my
past. I'm gonna
child
be
at school
mad
and
at
stuff.
work, sleepy. I'm about to find me some bathrooms to go to sleep. It's over. It's like
And I
that.
remember I used to do that. Like, let me just get this 5 minutes in. Let me
Put the
run in
little
here real
forehead thing on your foot.
quick.
The
Get the
fist on
center.
your.
Hey, my stomach was hurting me really bad. I know I was in there trying to
When
get
you
my
get
little
caught,
sleep
it's
in real
over.
quick.
When you
I was
right,
just
when
trying
you
to get
get
my little
caught.
sleep in real quick. But I was just, I know
My
them
legs
days.
was hurting.
I still do it. I still figure out
Right.
a way how to not be on this screen. I done got so smart. I done made it to where it's a mirror of me. It ain't even me there. I'm trying to sleep till I hear them say, they be like, they say my name. I be like, yeah, it's right here. Uh huh.
I'm here. I'm just
Oh,
taking care of
okay.
business.
I be trying to get my little sleep here, so I'm definitely going to bed early tonight.
I forgot you like 3 hours behind me. Yeah, so
Yeah, so
you
we
get
just
some
barely
rest.
just on 8 o'clock here.
I'm going on 11.
Yeah,
Got to
you
get up
better.
at
Yeah,
5.
yeah, you better go on
4:30.
and
I
find
mean,
something to make you go to sleep, brother.
you're
But
right.
I'll be here on Saturday as well. I
Oh
look
yeah, I'm
forward to that
being
conversation,
for sure,
and I'm
man.
pretty sure I'll
I
see
got a
you
list of
tomorrow.
stuff out. I had time to myself. I just thought about a lot of subjects, so it's a lot. I for sure. Told you, man. I'm about to be pushing this year, man. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it going, man. So,
Well, definitely enjoy the
but
rest of your evening. Enjoy your rest. Have a good night. Be better than your yesterday, and that's for everybody. Peace.
for sure. Yeah. Thanks. So many fake people keep me here. For sure, Gabe. Man, you already know, man. There's nothing we can do about fake people, but stay away from them. You know, either stay away from them or try to control them if they get in your situation. So just stay being us. We ain't got to worry about we if we ain't the fake ones. Just be us. You know what I'm saying? But I catch y'all, man. Thank y'all for everything. Thanks for tuning the live and all that stuff. And I'll be on tomorrow.